Yo, I'm trying to find out where Ash is at, but yo, shout out to the another great bout between Embiid and Jokic. Just another sensational back and forth between the two. Um, where is this nigga Ash at? Ash told me to start this, and then decided not to come in here. But as it is right now, I'm hoping that we can that they give me something. Ash said, "Bring me up." Where you at? Okay, there's Ash. Jeez. I'll let Ash lead this space.
Wait, can I just wait? Low. I just wait because the amount of shit I was seeing from Swiper Cam this last 2 hours. Where the fuck is he?
So, you mean Ash
Someone bring
Swiper?
this nigga in the space.
You mean Ash Swiper?
Bring this nigga in the fucking space. The amount of
Hold on.
shit talking I see from this nigga this last hour was egregious. Egregious. Embiid came here to play basketball against Jokic. Jokic came the way. Well, he fucking lost. And lost because he couldn't score on 37-year-old PJ fucking Tucker. Yet I have to hear, oh my God, this got to be the best offensive player of our generation. He that dick, nigga. He the fucking
That nigga,
dick.
I don't know what Jokic does these things
I
and he
don't give
just
a fuck.
stops being aggressive. It's ridiculous, bro. It's
Pussy ass
ridiculous.
nigga couldn't score on PJ Tucker in the clutch. I'm not fucking moved. Don't talk to me about that nigga, please. I want that nigga in the space. Where is he?
Yeah,
Where is
Amy's over.
he?
I don't know. I don't know.
Embiid's not a
I
superstar.
think
Embiid doesn't show up in big games. We just hung 50 on your man's head. So I want him in the space. Say it
he said
again.
wait, he said Embiid doesn't show up for big
Loki
games.
was saying it. Remember that Bucks game when we were shitting on him and he was coming in here saying that Embiid doesn't show up for big games? I remember. I keep the mentals. I keep the mental receipt. Now
Oh
I want this
man.
nigga in the space. Please. Someone find
Oh
him.
man. Yo, y'all gotta add Swipe
Someone
and tell him
find
to
him. I
join stage,
beg.
man.
I beg. But great game from Joel, man. What a fantastic game.
Amazing game.
Amazing
Amazing
game
game
from him.
from
Uh,
second half was way better than the first half.
Beautiful game from him.
And came out way more aggressive. The pick and roll between him and Harden just unstoppable. Partially because
Jokic can't switch out and he
Jokic
can't
can't
drop.
defend a pick and
So
roll
they're
at
high
all.
hedging his screens and Embiid's walking into open shots in fucking
Just
space, bro.
open
But I
looks.
have to hear about his D LeBron and why he's actually a good defender. And you know what? Let me not
No,
even
no, no,
let me not even
no.
start right now, man.
Jokic improvement on defense is still a bad defender. I don't know what to tell y'all, bro.
Nah, I will say
Yeah.
I'm gonna give some credit to Doc because his adjustment going from Embiid on Jokic to PJ Tucker on Jokic and letting Embiid roam. Finally, you think you'd let one of your best rim protector be allowed to do what he wants to do, which is rim protect and not have to be on the fucking perimeter. So that really changed the game for Philly. But man, that nigga Joker, man, I still haven't seen Swipe. I don't HV2. Who venue? Those two niggas were running laps. Laps. They saw Jokic strip and beat twice. They said, "Oh man, he's locking up your goat." Where the fuck is he, Low? Where is this nigga?
I don't know.
That
I
put
don't know.
now I
It's
know
tough.
now I
It
already
is tough.
know the combos that would have been had Jokic done this. I'm already aware. He would have came on here talk. Oh man, Embiid. No, DC. This is another example of why Embiid's not on Jokic's level. That's what he would have came on here and said, bro. That's what he would have came on here and done. No, I want to see him. Where is he? Can someone
Yeah,
find
yeah.
him?
It's kind of tough for that boy.
He
It's
just
kind of
saw his
tough.
son get slut out on ABC. ABC. The hoes were watching, Lo. The hoes.
I just don't know how Jokic goes a whole game only attempting 12 shots, bro. He got to be way more. In a game like this, where it's a 6'7" PJ Tucker is defending you, bro, you got to be way more aggressive scoring. He got like 4 turnovers just off of the simple fact that he was like trying to float a pass to somebody instead of actually taking the shot. He has to be way more aggressive, just way more aggressive as a scorer. It's pretty sad stuff. While we wait on him, we gonna bring some people up. I don't know if he's ever gonna
He's
come though.
not, because he knows what's waiting for him. He knows.
I don't. I
He
don't think he's
knows
gonna
what's
come.
waiting for him. Wherever he goes for the rest of his life, I will be
I don't.
there. I'm gonna
I
be
don't know if
there.
he's gonna come or not.
Now we
I
get
don't
to
know if
watch
he's gonna come.
Kyrie drop 50 on the Knicks, man. What a great fucking Saturday, man. Oh, man. Hallelujah. But then we go to
I ain't
church
gonna lie.
tomorrow, man. Praise the Lord.
Weekend hoops.
Mm,
Weekend hoops about to be
praise the
amazing.
Lord.
Weekend hoops about to be amazing, bro.
Real hoops always prevail,
Oh,
man.
you
In my
see the
opinion.
name Grip Inspector? That nigga Jokic is tight as fuck.
Yeah, that nigga Jokic, bro. I don't
You
know.
just can't
I
be
just
saying
don't.
that.
I don't understand why Jokic just stopped playing. I don't understand why he stopped being aggressive. I just don't. I don't get that at
Yeah,
all.
Not a real
well,
He
hooper,
felt that
sadly.
strength. His ass
hopefully,
be getting tired.
hopefully everybody's doing as well as I am. Watching my 76ers go ahead and pack up the Denver Nuggets. You feel me? Like the fucking everybody apologizing to Joel Embiid for disrespecting him on that All-Star ballot tour is now in full effect. Like, to answer the question of the space, is he better than him right now? Absolutely. That boy put up 47 in what 18 crazy numbers. Crazy ass numbers, man. He was cooking in the fourth quarter too. Like, he was daring Nikola Jokic to guard
Oh,
him.
Candace
Danced
Parker
on
went to
him.
the Aces?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
just saw
fucking
that. Yeah, I
over.
just saw that. Candace
Oh,
Parker
it's
got
over
engaged.
for
Nigga
the
Seven
W, man. They
footer,
got the
danced
super
on
team
him.
seven
down there.
footer,
Jesus Christ, bro.
Danced on him.
seven footer,
Hit
They
the.
got a
pulling
super
up
team
full
down
speed in
there.
transition for a mid.
Hey, you know
Jesus.
what? You know what? This just furthers the point. Last year, when I was telling niggas, to me, Joel Embiid might arguably be the most skilled big man we've ever seen play the game of basketball. When it's all said and done, like when you take into consideration all phases of the game, because how many other people was dancing and hitting step back threes the way that he is, like almost regularly. He can do that anytime he wants to, for real. That's the thing.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah,
And
but
he
yeah,
probably is
nah.
the most skilled scorer, scoring center of all time. Probably
Yeah, I
more
think
more than likely.
I would believe so. And the only reason I said most skilled because when you take like his offense and his defense into consideration, like has there been another center that's had the whole package that he has? I don't think so.
Probably Hakeem outside of like shooting the long ball,
And
but
I
yeah,
definitely
and
him.
just,
shooting the
I,
long ball and free throws too. Like
yo,
it.
Phoenix. I just got a quick, I got a couple of questions. Were you on Twitter during the game today?
I was.
Like, what, did you see what Denver and Jokic apologists were saying that first half and what they were talking about?
Yeah, like they were really getting on the fact that.
Am I bugging?
My
Is he
bad.
not?
Nah,
My bad.
Nah, he
I got
died.
a phone call. Nah, but yeah, I see
Okay.
what everybody was talking about, and rightfully so, because there was points in times where Denver was really cooking. Like Philly would get down the court, like put up a shot, and like immediately on the fast break, Denver was already down the other end getting layups and slam dunks and putting in threes and whatnot. Like, so, like that transition game was really fucking us up. But I'm like, if we slow down the transition, you feel me? Like, we will be able to slow them down in general. And that's what something they was able to do in the third quarter. Mounted that 14-0 run late in the third, early in the fourth, that really ended up getting us back in the game. And it was just like the three ball and Embiid from that point on that really sealed the deal for us. So yeah, I see the things that they was talking about, but at the end of the day, like they got to keep the same energy. And that's with anybody. Like Philly, the hottest team in the NBA right
I don't
now.
even.
Nah, what was you about to say,
My bad.
KD?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, what
Nah,
was you about to say?
I was about to say. I don't even think it was in the first half. Like y'all allowed like a lot of just a lot of like paint penetration. I don't know why. I think it's because like Jokic is so demanding of an offensive player that he just creates a lot of just movement. And you guys were just allowing a bunch of backdoor cuts. It was like very annoying to watch. And then you guys would collapse heavy, and then they would just like have like quality 3-point shooting. Like MPJ in the first half was like really
I,
knocking down his open shots. But
so I
then
feel like
I didn't. I mean,
the
my
second
bad.
half adjustment that Ash said where they allowed Joel Embiid to actually roam down there instead of having him up top and letting like PJ be assigned to Nikola Jokic. He like allowed more of like a pesty defender on him,
I,
and then it really helped their
I
defense
think a
go.
lot of Philly's issues in that first half kind of came from the fact that, like you said, they were getting killed, like
This is not a three-time
on those
MVP
fucking cuts.
performance.
But another thing was that I thought Embiid's like reaction time to like a lot of like the late help from the weak side, and a lot of his decision making whenever he would get doubled, I thought it was a little subpar. I think he got a little bit better, but he clearly just started to. I'm so confused.
Man, put his hat on.
Where's Cameron? Where is he, Low?
He put his he put his hat on, put the apron on, went on ahead and fired up the stove. You know what I mean? Just started getting to work. My man's just put his
Yeah, but
chef
my
I
hat
God,
on
still
and
don't
just
see
Jokic
started cooking
Cameron
defense,
in that
man.
anywhere.
second half.
Cameron has not made an appearance, and I'm still waiting for
Bro,
that.
he's not
Ju-
showing face.
just give him some time. Just give him some
There's
time.
no
But
way
nah,
that like
listen. End of the day, like as much as people are not going to give the credit to, you got to give the credit to some of the defensive changes that they made and like how they started playing them backdoor cuts, like you was talking about in the effort. You got to give some of that credit to Doc. Like he obviously identified something, and you didn't see nearly as much of it in the second half when it came down to the Sixers and Nuggets. So like, I niggas don't like giving him credit. Sometimes I don't like it either, but like I think that during this little stretch, Doc has been coaching his ass off better than he has in past times. So like, you know, I'll give him like 10% credit, you know, for really helping us mount the comeback because like Denver was really putting their foot on our neck in that first half, like, and we couldn't do anything to stop them. So like the fact that we surged back the way that we did and really let it run through Embiid. Tobias Harris, you know, shout out to him because he was definitely putting in work too. James Harden, you know, he's always going to put in his work. George Niang, I feel like that catch and shoot that he did on the outbound on the inbound pass with 1 second left on the shot clock was really big because then Philly just really started going on a run, even though like they go down the court. Like all in all, good game, great game. Embiid is better than Jokic as of right now, and the play really showed. Like Jokic didn't want anything to do with Embiid on the offensive side, and definitely didn't want anything to do with him on the defensive end as
well,
well.
you
Like
said
it was
Embiid's better than Jokic?
right now, right now.
I don't
Yeah,
care
I
about
don't.
that
He had
right
a
now. I don't care about any of that shit, KB. Who cares, bro? Jokic had
okay.
Jokic. He had a good game.
No way.
Embiid had a fit. This is the type of game I'm gonna be telling my fucking children about, bro. How this nigga went on ABC and got slutted out by Joel Embiid, nigga.
You're not talking about a January game.
I am to the day I
Wait.
die, Grip. To
He's
the day
not.
I
Hold on,
die.
wait a minute. You got to pronounce it by his right name. That's Joel Embiid.
He's
Uh,
not. He's not gonna say his.
Joel.
he's
I
not.
I
am
mean,
be
he's
honest
not.
with you. I'm
Joel
so
has done
disappointed.
miracles on me.
I am so disappointed by Swiper right now.
I
I
used to
cannot believe he's
pray
not in
for
this
times
thing.
like this, bro.
Hey,
Ash, we here, nigga. We're
I
here,
used to
nigga.
pray for times like this,
my man
man.
Wes is down there. Wes is a
I
Nuggets
just
fan.
want to
Bring
see
Wes up.
Cameron in the Spain. That's all I want to see.
Cameron is not coming
That's
either.
all I
What's
want to
good,
see.
Wes?
What's up? I'm
Not coming again.
just introduce me as a Nuggets fan. I'm not a Nuggets fan.
Oh, go Bells.
No,
He's a
my bad,
he's
man.
Go
I thought you was.
Bells.
I'm not
I
a
thought you
Nuggets
was.
fan.
I thought you was
Don't
a
lie.
Nuggets fan.
Go
My bad,
Bells.
bro. My
Hi.
bad, bro.
We're good. I'm
Hi,
not
Go
like
Bells.
on
Nuggets fan.
bullshit for real.
Hi. How are you? Hey, bud.
Dog. First off, I'm not even that mad, to be honest with you. I don't know why you going
No,
all
I'm just
crazy
saying
like
I
that.
can't. A nigga can't say hi. I'm just saying I'm one of my niggas. You know, fun.
Hey,
No
hey, hey,
shit.
bro, hey. So that game, man. I can't lie. Embiid bitched Jokic, bro. I cannot lie, man.
Bitched
Jesus
him,
Christ.
cooked him, hibachi style with that nigga. He turned him into nuggets. No
Oh
side
my
of
God.
fries, all sauce.
I do want to say this though. It's just funny to me. Like, don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? I think Embiid still had a defensive impact. I like Doc Rivers' scheme, but it's just funny to me how he did not take on the challenge of guarding Jokic,
Nigga,
bro.
it wasn't. Wait, stop. I'm
Okay,
not gonna
nigga.
let him get that shitty takeoff. He took on the challenge. His team was getting back cut all fucking game, bro. If he wasn't in the paint, it means Aaron Gordon was getting a fucking layoff, bro. What? Are we fucking serious, bro? Watch the fucking game, nigga. Bro, like you really starting to piss me off. How about you talk about that pussy ass nigga Nikola Jokic not being able to guard his fucking man, bro? He's letting him beat his step back in his fucking face. He's letting that nigga post him up, hit him up, little KD, pull up mid range, nigga. Tell him to guard up. Tell that pussy ass nigga to guard up, nigga. He's going home with an L, nigga. He lost in front of the hoes, nigga, on national TV, nigga.
He could not. I ain't gonna lie. And Jokic cannot play defense, bro. It was tough, dog.
Stop talking to me about defense. These Jokic fans keep talking to me about defense for years. They keep talking about this defensive shit, bro. I just seen the nigga get fucking
that's not
cooked.
what changed.
Are
What
we
changed the
serious?
You
game?
you witnessed. You know what's crazy? Hold on,
It's
hold on.
not what changed the game, bro.
Witness that nigga. Yo, Wes, hold on. You witnessed that nigga catch the ball mid post, jab step, left to right hand crossover, down the lane, baseline, reverse dunk, nigga. And Jokic just stood still, nigga. Stop, bro.
And Yo
Please.
and
Stop. Stop. Stop, bro.
Nah, bro. Harden
legitimately.
had this one pass to Montrez, and Jokic just stood in place, and he tried to kick the ball, bro. This nigga was
I
unserious.
I
can't
mean,
lie.
kick
He was
balls
playing
is how he
a lot of kickball defense.
defends. It's
Yo,
a
He's
ass.
just
Because he
about to
it's a
can't
ask
big
me.
part of his
move.
defense.
Yo,
He
ass.
can't
Exactly,
I ain't gonna
move.
bro.
hold you. That's a
That
big
nigga
part of
was
his
like,
defense.
"Damn, I'm
Eli,
about,
I
they about to
brought
get a
you up.
layup. Let
Stop
me try and
waving.
kick this shit."
Nah, fit. Go ahead. I don't want to take your time. Whoever was speaking.
Nah.
I just want to be clear. Yeah, Jokic was a mess defensively. He could
Nigga,
not
Andre
defend the pick and
Iguodala
roll.
used to try to
That's
kick
not
the
what
ball.
lost the game
Andre
though.
Iguodala used to try
That
to
We
is
kick the
gotta
ball.
what are we
But
hold
serious?
on,
That's
but
what
hold on,
what
got
hold
you
on,
back
hold
in
on,
the
hold on,
game?
hold on. We
let
gotta
me be
be
clear.
fair
What
because
lost?
niggas
If I have to be
we've
honest,
killed Doc
what
Rivers.
lost in
Hold
the
on, hold
game?
on. We've killed Doc Rivers all
No,
season.
we
Myself
just
included.
credited Doc. We just
We
did
we
that.
We
right.
gave
We've
Doc
killed Doc.
credit. We gave him credit. We gave him
Plus
Oh,
credit.
okay,
We
point
okay,
gave
five
Doc
okay,
per
credit.
okay.
game.
All right, I
The
joined late
Sixers.
then. I
All right.
joined late
So
because I was about to
Wes,
say.
if you want me to be
Them defensive plus minus metrics do not
analytic,
help you guard a pick
if
and
you
pop. That's all I know.
He tried to guard.
if you want me to
They
be
don't help
thorough,
you
if you want
guard
to
a
be
That
pick and
nigga
thorough,
tried to
pop.
guard
Cook
Joe.
that nigga,
Hold
Hey,
on,
Eli.
let no
Cook
go.
yeah,
him.
Hold
yeah,
on,
he
hold on,
could.
hold on.
Cook that
Go
nigga.
ahead, Lo.
Wait,
Let
wait.
me.
If you want me to be
Nigga.
thorough, if you want me to be thorough, yes. There's this shift defensively, allowing PJ Tucker to defend him. Yes, that aided.
Jokic
The
really let a
concept of
walking 50 ball
getting
lock him up. Come on
Jokic
now.
and pick and roll and pick and pop, and he not being able to stop him. That also started it. Harden finishing tonight with the playmaking that he was doing with zero
Right.
turnovers also impacted it as well. And to be also fair, the shooters not hitting their shots in the second half struggled. But if I'm going to be honest, that nigga Embiid coming out in the second half and just
He
completely
gave that
outplaying
nigga the
Jokic,
hammer. The
completely
hammer.
outplaying Jokic.
I agree, bro. That's like in that moment, especially, bro. That's when stars step up. Jokic was not
I thought the
aggressive
best,
enough,
but
bro. We
isn't
At
need
that
to
wait?
tell
But
him
all.
to
I
turn
was
the ball over.
At
told that was the
all.
best
They
player
like
in
to
the
just play with his
world.
horses.
I'm not gonna lie
Hey,
though. The
look,
one
Couldn't
thing
cook
with
can
PJ.
anybody
Couldn't
The,
cook
can
although
PJ.
the
anybody
one
best
thing to
player
know.
in the
One thing
bitch
world
to
he
know
would
about
have
is?
a
There,
Couldn't
fit
cook
with
PJ.
PJ
let me
Tucker,
cook. Let me
dog?
cook. Let me cook.
Bitch
Let
he
me cook. Let me
is.
cook.
The
I think
best offensive
Let me
player
cook.
ever,
Let me
bro.
cook.
Couldn't
there
cook
were
PJ.
definitely other
The
problems
best
besides
offensive
but
player
like
our generation has ever
I'm
seen
not
couldn't score on a
so
Alright,
fast.
alright.
You
37
We
year
get it.
niggas
old.
We get
gassing
it.
it.
We get
Come
it.
on,
Let me
relax.
Getting
cook.
stripped
Could
back
not
to
score on
back
a
like it was nothing in
37
the
year
clutch.
old.
For PJ Tucker, bro. He
Let
could
me
not
cook.
score
Let me
PJ
cook.
Tucker.
But
Listen,
Wait,
listen.
hold on. It wasn't. It's not just about the
Why did
whole
they go
offensive
drop in the
thing that
second
people talk
half,
about
bro? After
Jokic.
Harden came out and they were cooking drop early on. It was I don't get it, bro. Like it was so
They
weird because
play way better when they like
basically
blitz the PNR instead of like.
when they blitz and then Embiid would try to get like a deep seal, he catch it around the elbow. They bring like three bodies. It was on and off, like whether he was gonna make the right decision out of there. And sometimes it led to a layup and you look silly, but sometimes like the one where he missed PJ in the dunker spot and just like threw a skipper and turned it over, it didn't look as bad. And then they went. I think the Harden created a couple of advantages out of it, and then they went primarily dropped for like the rest of the second half when Jokic was out, and B just went. He would catch that free throw line, mid range
Say it,
jumper,
Eli. He
catch it at the
gave him the
3 pointer,
hammer.
3 pointer.
Say it.
He would
That nigga Jokic like hates
he would
basketball
catch it
pick
at
and
the
roll.
free throw line,
It
pump
actually
fake,
is
drive. Like
crazy.
literally the whole game was just like the whole game in the second half was just like, oh, you're gonna play me like this? Okay, you can't. Like,
Because
okay,
Wait,
it's
but
that
Eli,
I'm
easy
one thing
for
I
him.
will
It's
say,
that
one thing I
easy
will
for him.
say that I didn't understand was that I know we had like a layup early in like the game, but I really thought that Denver shouldn't have just tried to flat out trap Harden all game and then let him be cooked in the mid range.
not, but I
Like
will.
that's too good of a shot for him to just let him walk into those possession after possession.
While I
once he
agree with
cause
that,
he
I will say though, like Denver's philosophy, whatever you want to call it, it was working. They were up 13 late in the third quarter, bro. Everything was fine, bro.
That was, I mean,
What?
no,
a
we're
Hold
lot
trying
of
on,
to
hold
that
on,
was
say
hold on,
kind
hold
of the
on.
offense
No,
of
I'm not gonna
Jokic's
lie. A lot of
defense.
their big leads continuously got cut.
Right,
And
right.
a
then
lot
you're
of
But
that
then
was,
you're
I'm
and a
still
lot of
saying
that was
when
because
you
Philly's
can,
defense was
damn it.
bad, not because their offense was bad.
also Wes. I don't think you caught my point.
No,
I
that's
think that
not.
like I think that like
I
high
wait.
hedging and I think that like hedging high in some sense was like low key sort of working, but like once they go and drop, it stopped working. Like so, like even saying what you're saying doesn't You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really address what I said. You
But then
feel
there
me?
was a couple instances instances where in like the third quarter where Tobias Harris was like getting to the cup rather easily, and I think that's why they wanted Jokic to drop more because they were just allowing some stuff in the paint from other players other than Embiid, and then Embiid just saw that as okay, let me get to the top of it, like let me get to the mid range, and that nigga just refused to step up, and it was disgusting. Like nigga was hitting him with tap dribbles, step backs, everything. It was like it was terrible, man.
Slowest combinations I've ever
I'm about
seen,
to say
bro.
some slow ass step backs, dog. Shit.
Slow ass.
It was
What
working
that
though.
last three that he took,
Yeah,
bro?
because
I
it's
knew he was
Jokic.
taking a
Yeah,
It's
three.
and that
Jokic.
nigga's even slower. So what are we saying? I don't.
Low, he is not
I
Jordan.
mean, low key, like
I
when
knew
Embiid
Yeah,
that.
I
gets
know.
to
I
that
It's
spot,
sad. I see Swiper on the timeline
You
making
see the
tweets, but
live?
not joining this
He's
like
not because
bad
he
stuff.
nah.
knows
What
He
what's
wouldn't
Swiper
do
say?
that,
waiting
What
for
bro.
that
Swiper
nigga.
say?
Nah,
He
he's
coming
not
over
gonna
this
knows.
do
man
that.
Embiid.
Nah, bro.
Swiper is
Hey,
replying to this nigga
What
Ball
did
don't
Swiper
stop.
say?
Swiper
Swiper.
replying, Swiper replying to Ball don't stop. This nigga talking about what Jokic did and how he wasn't aggressive. This nigga talking about everything, but
I
not
need
big
the
fucking
Everything
y'all
but
know
coming
the
here.
y'all know
like.
the efficiency man meme for
For
KD. I
KD.
need that for Jokic, bro,
For
because
Jokic with
that nigga just pussied
The
out, bro.
Superman one.
Hey, Low, he's
Yeah,
on
bro.
live.
Oh, he's on live. I see it. He's on live.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course his ass will run to that shit, man. He running away, bro, because he already know what the fuck I'm gonna say. He know what the fuck gonna happen to
Man,
that
because
nigga.
if Jokic
Oh
would have
my
been
goodness,
No,
crazy,
no,
he'd
no.
man.
Like
beat
I'm
him.
really sick of this shit, bro. No. I'm sick of this because every fucking time Embiid that is having a shitter,
Oh
he's,
my
he's
god.
getting outplayed by somebody. Who the fuck is the first nigga to comment on that? It's
Nah,
Swiper Cameron.
I'm gonna
It's
tell you
that
the
nigga.
real
Yo,
reason
how many
he's
points
not
though?
here.
This
The real
nigga
reason
said
he's not
Yo,
here.
Swiper
Swiper
Cameron.
Cameron is
So
different,
so I
bro.
want
But
I
I
want
think
Cameron to come on the space and own up. Your man, he got dick down, slutted out,
bro,
Oh my
you
spat
goodness.
were
on,
so
beat
out
the
of
fuck
pocket.
up on
Jesus Christ.
ABC. I want him here. I
In
want him
front
to
of the
talk about
hose.
it.
In front of the hose. Don't
That's
forget
all
that
I'm
part.
asking. In front of the hose. In
It
front of
was
the
in front of the
hose.
hose. It
It
was in front
was
of the
in front of
hose.
the
Man, taking 12 shots on national
But
television, bro.
that
Eh,
that's
eh.
what it all comes back to.
bro.
For real,
Everybody can attest
like you niggas gonna
when they
respect my
got the
voice at
Jokic.
some point.
Everybody
Shut
can
up, little
contest in
nigga.
Discord. Wait, wait. Anyways, everyone can everyone can
Oh my god,
attest in Discord when they got the Jokic on Embiid switch with 32 seconds left. I kept screaming, "It's going in! It's going in! It's going in!" It goes in, bro. The whole court goes crazy, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That was crazy,
Yo,
man.
Can't miss a shot like
what are you
that,
saying?
bro.
no.
What are you
But
saying?
I wanted to
Wes,
just make sure. Like I know you niggas gave
So
gave
I'll
him
slap
credit for
you, Wes.
this little nigga, bro. I know you niggas gave Doc his credit, but I wanted to just reiterate that point. The decision to go
Oh,
with
you want to
PJ
take it
Tuck.
too?
You said what?
Let him finish, man.
Oh,
Let Wes
okay.
finish.
The decision to go with PJ Tucker, um, like to guard Jokic and just seeing Jokic. One credit to PJ Tucker and the entire like Philly's defense as a whole late in that game. Really the entire fourth. They did what needed to be done. They defended their asses off, bro, and like they all deserve credit for that. And then also, Jokic, this is what we talk about. Like at times, he's brilliant. He's a brilliant offensive basketball player, brilliant offensive mind. But every so often, you'll see him just be too comfortable being a cog. Like I'm just out here. Like it's almost like I'm out here with my guys and I'm just enjoying it. Like we
That
going
ass
through
Steve
like
Nash.
we're running our sets. We're doing what needs to be done. And everybody's gonna eat, and I'm comfortable with that as long as we're winning. And I think there are times in games where you could see, all right, this is where somebody has to step up and be that guy. And it really should be you, but if it's not gonna be you, then it has to be Murray, I guess. But somebody's got to do it, like, and it really should be you. And he just has so many moments, where he does not do that. And tonight was one of those night. 12 shots, unacceptable. 6'5" PJ Tucker guarding you, and I mean completely just taking you out. We've never seen him just like fall apart like that, turning the ball over this much. At least the last 2 years, rather. Like as he's been this MVP caliber player, like it was really just Tough to watch.
Nah, that
I
that
think that's what's
fucking
Tough to
crazy,
watch.
that
man. You got
fucking tween.
37
What was it? KB, what was it, bro? Tween hezzy back to the
tween
right, fucking
hezzy.
blow by that
Yeah.
nigga reverse dunk on his
Yeah,
fucking head
that shit was hilarious.
on
Nigga
that
said
nigga's
mid
throat.
post, jab
I,
I
step, tween,
I
left
wonder
to
what his
right,
teammates were
baseline,
thinking watching
reverse
that
dunk.
nigga get fucked up. I wonder what was going through Bruce Brown's head watching Jokic get sunned like that, bro. I truly do wonder.
My
Cause
goodness.
No, but Ash.
Hold
wow.
on,
The
wait.
thing is, listen, Ash. You and I have both been in discussions where people have told us that Jokic is not just a better player than Embiid, not just offensively, but he's a better scorer.
Oh,
I've been
I've
told
been
I've
told.
been told he has a
I've
better
been told.
mid-range game. I've been told that his touch is the greatest touch we've ever
I mean,
seen
I mean,
when it
low key,
comes to
those
floater
things
range.
still.
I was about
I'm
to
not gonna
Those
lie.
say.
The
I was
last
about.
nigga
I don't.
said
Yeah.
he.
I
I
don't. I
think
think.
his
Yeah.
touch is
Bro.
his
literally
touch is
trash. Come
better,
on, bro.
bro. His touch
His
is
I was
touch
about
better.
to
is
say.
literally
These
Yeah,
are
his
All
things
I
his
that
know
touch
are
is a
is
little
still.
better.
his
whatever.
These
touch
are
is a
things
his
that
Hey,
touch.
are
look,
still
No,
don't
no.
none of it really matter if you
These are
ain't got
things
that
that are
slit
still
up the
true,
His touch,
dog.
his
I'm
touch,
trying to
his
tell
Like
touch
you
y'all
is
trying
niggas.
to
all
like you
time.
trying to me ride Mitty, but he
His
dead
touch.
I'm
ass
about
the
to say.
goat.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I
what to
am,
tell y'all
nigga.
niggas,
Yes,
dog.
I
It's
You
still
am,
just
true.
gotta
nigga.
calm down.
Maybe Jokic should
It's
use
still
that
true,
touch to get
nigga.
the fucking ball in the fourth quarter when
No,
his
nigga.
team's getting
It's hey,
flooded out.
let me
Maybe
be
he should use
clear.
that touch to go get the
It's
fucking
still
ball.
true, nigga.
Get
It's
the fucking
everything.
ball and go to work, nigga, since you got such
Every.
great touch.
Look, look,
Touch
look,
the
look.
ball, nigga.
Oh my
Why
God,
is
Ash.
Jamal Murray and Bones Highland deciding your possessions, nigga? Touch the ball and cook,
The one thing, all
please.
right, wait. Let me to what he's saying. Let's be clear. No. Wait, before everybody goes. To be fair to what he's trying to say, there's a possibility because I've heard this with other people, and even some people say this about when like CP3 when he was younger about how like the numbers can look as great as they are because you're just not as aggressive. So like for CP3, his assist to turnover ratio looks great because he's
Yep.
just not
Isaiah
aggressive and
Thomas
passing
used
as
to
hard.
always say he plays too safe.
So yeah, he's plays way Isaiah Thomas that used to be a
Boing
critique.
boing boing. What does Isaiah Thomas
Yeah,
know
I'm
about
So
pretty sure.
being?
I'm pretty sure
What does
Jokic
so
only
Isaiah Thomas know
attempted.
about being?
Jesus Christ. So in terms of Jokic, his percentages and numbers can be as great as they are, partially because he's not as aggressive. He doesn't shoot at enough volume, especially with the mid and three. So that is true. But to act as if like the nigga don't have touch is crazy. The numbers are in, and ESPN is not gonna make a graphic, so I'm gonna make a graphic about it. In the second half, Jokic 8 points, shoots 2 for 5 from the field, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and had six of his 7 turnovers in the second half. Almost had as many turnovers as points. While on the other hand, Embiid is giving him 28 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Jesus. Um, 10 for 14 from the field, 2 for 4 from behind the arc,
Ugh,
and 6 for 6 from the free throw line.
man, that shit need to be
The
taken off
second,
the hub, bro. My
the
goodness, man.
second, the second, the second half
That wasn't no
was
typical type of beating low. Huh.
spectacular. The second half was spectacular, and in particular, in the fourth quarter that is close.
Mm-hmm.
Jokic only attempts
Low,
two
what were you
shots,
calling him? Wait, Low, what were you calling
three.
him about an hour and a half ago?
Hold on, wait. Let me finish this. I
No,
want to.
Low, I want answer the
Oh my
question,
god,
Low.
nigga.
What were
Wait,
you calling
wait.
him an
I
hour and a
said he
half
might he
ago?
might be he might be the greatest offensive player all time.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear.
It's still
That's
Hey,
all
hold
I
counting.
on.
wanted to
You
hear.
said that about
And he
who?
had and he had
Also,
He
three.
said that
I
about
was not
who?
acting
Oh
like
my god,
Jokic.
nigga. Let me
I,
finish the fucking fourth quarter stat line. Jesus.
don't know about all that.
Um, 2 points in the fourth quarter for Jokic, 3 turnovers, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, and then for Embiid, the nigga put up 12 points in the fourth quarter, 2 blocks, an assist, a rebound, and shot 5 for 8, 2 for 3, and as we all know, the game sealing 3 pointer as well. So yeah, Jokic was just not aggressive at all in that fourth quarter, nor in the second half. And for you to just get outperformed like that in a close game,
On
not only in a
ABC.
close game, in a
On
game in which
ABC.
a game in which you had the lead in going into the fourth quarter, and then you allow your matchup to drop 12 on you, and it was on Jokic, no doubt about it. Nigga, just he dropped it on him. Yeah, complete turnaround
Low. Who did
for
you
On
say? Who did you say
ABC,
that
Yo,
Low. You
about?
By
keep
the way,
I'm
forgetting
looking
that
at.
shit.
Low. You said that
Yo,
On
about
by
Ash,
the
I'm
way,
who?
looking
this
at this
game.
right
ABC.
now.
Listen. All trolling aside, this game does not change my mind on either one of these players, man. Like
it doesn't for me either.
Yeah, it
No, it
shouldn't. It
doesn't.
shouldn't for
No, it's not
anyone.
supposed to. But this
Yeah,
is
I've been
Embiid
doing
just
for
but
you,
busted
Eli,
his
I
man.
used
ass,
to
man.
pray
Like
for times like this, bro. I don't
Oh
care
my
about it not
god.
changing. I used to pray
Also,
for this.
all I'm gonna say
also,
is
Bro,
I'll
you a
tell
honestly,
you what
Hawks
it
fan?
does
They the
change
same exact thing.
if you had any like, and you'll still have concerns because Philly still, no team is perfect. But if you were like off of Philly as a contender, as I was like 2 weeks ago until I came to the light, this game like the last few weeks and this game especially could change your perception of Philly as a whole because
Best win streak in the NBA right
James
now.
Harden, like what they have figured out is Harden and Embiid. With those
The
two
pick and
niggas in
roll.
the pick and roll, there's absolutely nothing you can do, bro. No, and there's no team that's like truly well equipped to guard it for no. Don't give me
I
the
think
Miami
Boston
shit.
is.
Please stop with the
I think
Miami shit.
Boston is.
Please
Wait,
stop
wait a
with the
minute,
think
Wes.
Miami
Wait a
Boston
shit.
minute,
is.
wait a minute. And
And
Wes,
let me
let me
I think
piggyback on
Boston
that a
is.
little bit
I think
too.
Boston is.
Listen,
If
bro,
not
we
the
were
refs,
we
I
were
know a
Hold
team
on,
that
we
would have beat Philly.
hold
we
on.
replaced Fatty with a
nigga,
real
what?
POA defender.
Your
What?
bum
Wait a minute.
ass bitch ass
What are you
nigga
talking
missed
about?
2 free throws. Shut the fuck
Hey,
up.
let
Go
me
ahead,
go ahead and
Phoenix, bro.
piggyback on what you were saying, Wes, as well. Another thing that I think gets underlooked as far as why Philly has been
I
performing
saw
so
the
well,
Thunder guard both them niggas pretty
like
well. I ain't
the
gonna lie.
thing
And
I
you
ain't gonna
get no
lie.
bitches, no hoes.
That's
You have
just
no
me
Go ahead,
though.
life.
Phoenix.
That's just
Talk to
me
me
though.
for real.
the thing that's getting underlooked, like how Philly has been so successful and what's been working for them so well, is Tyrese Maxey
Coming off
coming
the
off the
bench, yeah.
bench. Like, and we talked about it in the facts and stats. Like Tyrese Maxey coming off the bench and DeAnthony Melton going out there in the starting role, in the starting lineup and having the season that he's having. Like
Improving their
those are,
defense. Yeah.
yeah, those are two things that have really turned the corner for how well Philly like if Maxi comes off the bench for us and performs the way that he has as of lately going into the playoffs, so long as Doc does not have a meltdown and this team does not deal with injuries, I like us to compete against anybody in the East at this point because the team is that good. The team is that good. Joel Embiid is playing motivated. He's the leading scorer in the NBA again. And I think if he upticks his rebound total, then they're going to have 2 straight years of averaging 30 plus with 10 plus rebounds. Like, I don't think that that's ever been done in NBA history. And if it has, it hasn't been done in quite a while.
I'm about to say it
No,
definitely has.
it hasn't been done in quite a while, like back to back
Okay, I'm
seasons.
about to say
Yeah,
because that nigga Wilt was definitely
yeah.
doing that.
Well, back to back seasons. Like I think that they said something about it the other day when I was watching the game. They
Nah,
said
Wilt was
it.
doing that.
Yeah,
Wilt
we'll
was
So
we'll
doing that.
average back
Wilt
to
well,
back
Wilt doesn't have to
well,
be
yeah, well,
mentioned.
He
of
couldn't do
course,
that
Wilt
well,
against
isn't
of
Bill
course
mentioned
it
Russell
will,
though.
of
directly.
course will. So
He couldn't do that against Bill Russell
that's
though,
why
man.
that's why I
even
changed it
but
and said like it like it's been a while since anybody's averaged that.
Joel is the best
Yeah.
scoring
To be
center
to be
ever.
fair, yeah, because I don't think Shaq did that for. I don't Shaq only had
Oh
one
my
season. He
god.
averaged 30 anyway. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably
top.
he
Are
probably
the
right.
Knicks
Yeah.
ever gonna beat the Nets though? Like just a quick pivot.
Is
Like
it,
they
Oh,
haven't beat the
it might
Nets.
be
wait a minute.
Moses. It might be Moses.
Wait a
Moses
minute.
might
The
be
Knicks
back.
haven't beat the Nets in 3 seasons, bro. Are
Is,
they gonna?
is Ben Simmons
They gonna
playing?
win a game?
Is Ben Simmons
No,
playing?
he's not playing.
Bro,
The
no
Nets
way.
are up in
No,
like
no,
10.
They
let's
might
not
fuck.
do the
They,
Ben
I need
Simmons
I
shit.
need I
they
need
might
I
fuck
need
around
the
and beat
Knicks
them today. Then
I need the Knicks to win this so
They're
that by
down by
Wednesday we
10.
can
Wait,
I
Ash, has
know,
it
I
really
know,
been
but
three
I
who the
seasons?
net?
It's
I
been
need
3 seasons. They haven't beat them in
Damn,
3
and
years.
these niggas are division, so they play 4 times a year. It's
listen
crazy.
though,
The
Yeah,
listen
only
though.
they
reason I
haven't
was
won. They
saying
The
haven't won a
reason
game
only reason I was
since
saying because
listen
this
though.
Low,
nigga Ben
low.
Simmons is
At
playing
like
like
for
he ain't
MVP
never lost to
moments,
them.
where does this rank for you? Like how do you feel about this MVP moment for Embiid? Do you think it does enough for
I'm
the
not a I'm
voters?
not a I'm not an MVP moment type of
Oh,
person, but
okay.
I mean to be fair to Embiid, I think throughout the past couple of years, that's definitely
He's here.
fared favorably for other
this
players.
was
Oh,
definitely
He's
shit,
one of his
shit,
here.
best
shit.
Yo,
games ever.
Ash, check your
He's
DMs.
Oh,
here.
wait.
Oh shit.
Swiper, come on up here,
Is
man.
that who I
Hey,
think it
listen,
is?
come
if
on.
the
Hey,
season
make
ended
him a
right
I
co.
know
now,
that ain't
Go,
who I
make
think
listen,
him
it
a
if the
is.
co.
season
Make him.
Okay, I need everyone to shut up.
Yeah, yes. Hey, Swiper, hey, Swiper.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Cameron
Swiper.
has arrived, everyone.
This
Come,
nigga is
Cameron.
nasty.
Come, Cameron.
Hey, Swiper.
Cameron?
He's coming. He's coming.
What's poppin',
Glorious.
y'all?
Hello,
What's
Cameron.
cracking? What's going on, y'all?
Hello.
He's-
Nothing. I'm just having a glorious afternoon.
You
How about
crazy, Ash.
you?
You
this
crazy, bro.
nigga Ash is the nastiest nigga.
How's your day going, sir?
It was good. It was a good game, bro. It was a great game. The 76ers showed up, did what they were supposed to do in the second half. It was
Game?
a great game.
Did. All right, wait.
Game?
I want to see. No, wait. Ash.
What
I
game could he
want
be referring to, Lo?
Ash. Stop. I
Oh,
want to. I
gosh,
want to
Ash.
see if I want to see Swipe. If you gonna be if you gonna be serious.
If I'm
Okay.
going to be serious or y'all going to be
What?
serious?
I'm gonna figure out. What are your takeaways from this game?
Shoot. There's a few. I mean, the first one is that one of the players that wanted this game showed up and did what he was supposed to do. And he also was by far the more aggressive player. And then the other one was extremely too passive.
Swiper. I'm sorry to cut you
Here
off,
we go.
Swiper, but you need to say the names. Say the
Well,
names.
Legend, as a content creator, you probably should just mute your mic and let people get their monologue off. But go ahead though. But
No,
what?
no, no. Say no, no. But say the
No,
names
Legend,
though.
Legend. I got you. I got you, bro. I have good to
He's
see you.
He's deflecting blame with insults and anger. Everyone, I hope everyone's seeing.
Deflecting blame. Did I not say that Embiid was the best player on the court tonight?
No, you said
No.
he.
So if,
I
if
just
if
need the
you look
names.
at my profile, which I know you don't, Low, with your 200,000 followers, there's my post says like Embiid was the best player on the court. So Embiid was the best player on the court tonight. He took over the game in the second half. Jokic was far too passive. I have no idea what that was about. Jokic had some clear floaters he could have hit instead turning them into lobs that turned into turnovers. Jokic had 2 shots in the fourth quarter. He did this, like, I know this was a part of their, like, quote unquote game plan where they're trying to get everybody else involved. He shot the ball 12 times. Murray shot the ball 16 times. Porter shot it 10. Gordon shot it 10. And I think KCP shot it like maybe 10 times himself. The shot profile for me personally today, based on how the game flow was going, was way too flat. I think once the game turned into like Jokic, you come back in and y'all were up 3 and it's like 99-96. At that point in time, you know, Jokic needed to turn on the afterburner, similar to how he did it in the Phoenix game, similar to how he would do against Memphis, or similar to how he would do against the Clippers or whoever else. The fact
Man, you naming teams without
without
you
what
naming teams without these elite talents, man.
elite talents, Ja, like or the Warriors, the
No,
Warriors don't have elite talent.
I'm not talking about that swiper.
You talking about at the
I'm
No, I
five?
mean,
talking
no,
about the
there
very
is no
top.
more, elite talent in Embiid. So I mean, there's no one else for him to go up against like that. So I think a lot of this comes down to is that Jokic didn't take the game for him as serious as he should have, given the fact that Embiid came out and said, so as Ramona Shelburne said, that this is his Super Bowl. And so Embiid showed up like it was 47, 18, and 5 on 18 of 31 from the field. And then he was 4-7 from 3 and 7-10 from the line. And he was a plus 14. Like he did what he was supposed to do. Like he came out and said that I'm making a statement to myself, to the city of Philadelphia, and to the 76ers that I believe that I'm the best player in the league. I believe I'm the best player between Jokic and Embiid. And he did that. That's exactly what he proved for himself today. And Jokic, on the other hand, is if you do watch Jokic, whatever reason, he doesn't think that way. And it's to his detriment at times. And so today, again, 12 shots, 12, and you went 24, 8, and 9. Like that's unacceptable. Like it's just unacceptable. And again, Jokic has done this before. This is not the first time he's done this, even this year. But when they came out, they were up 73-58. They were up 73-58 and a half. Jokic, I think, made up in his mind that what I'm going to continue to do is what I've been doing. I'm not going to be a heavy shot diet today. I'm not going to shoot the ball a lot. I'm going to get everybody else involved because they got up 15. They got down to 6 at the start of the third quarter. Then it went back up to 15. And so again, I think some of that momentum swing, it put them in a mindset they probably should not have been because once again, Jokic came back at 99-96. Porter was cold because he only played 29 minutes or whatever else it was. AG was cold, and Jamal started not selling, but he wasn't playing well in the second half. So with all that stuff put together, then what he should have done is decided he wanted to take over the game down the stretch.
Nah, Jamal was telling.
But so I think you put all that stuff together. Jokic in his mind, he did not activate that part of him. That's that score, and that's just quite simple. Like again, you shoot the ball 12 times, and the player across from you shoots the ball 31 times. Then 19 shot difference. That goes to show you one of those players took the game more serious and was far more aggressive than the other. And the reason that he has a low rebounding total versus this team is because when they play against Embiid, Jokic is on the perimeter often, like a lot. And then the Nuggets, because they get so jump shot oriented, because they shot 50% in the first half and 40% in the 40% from the three across the game. And
Didn't they shoot 66% in the first
yeah,
half?
that's what I'm saying. They were
Yeah.
cooking, and then they stopped cooking. So Embiid started racking up all these rebounds because again he's only averaging 9.8 on the year. Because again, it just depends on his play style. But tonight, because he was around the rim so often, his rebound numbers shot up, and Jokic wasn't around the rim at
But he
all.
also gave a fuck about the game, like in a manner
Yeah,
in which that
Embiid's
in a
typically a
manner in
lazy
which
rebounder,
Jokic
Wes.
didn't, and to me that's problematic. And also, like for Jokic, you can never, bro, you can never have the one player that everyone it's two niggas at center, bro. Nobody else matters for real. And You have a game where
AD,
you match
respect
up
Anthony.
and you allow him to make more shots than
God
you
damn.
take.
All right, I'm getting sick of this Anthony
Hold
Davis
on, hold
thing
on.
here.
He's
Like,
not,
Nah,
That's
bro.
for
that's
He's not a
real,
that's
real
bro.
center.
But
He's
I'm
not a
listen,
with
when
real
it
you.
comes
center,
down when it
bro.
comes down to
He's
like the
not a real
best big,
center,
like when a
bro. Like
consistent base, yeah,
that's
he's
what
not
it
a,
what
he's
it
a 4 more than
like.
he's a 5.
But
So
again,
chill out.
No,
he
he's
does.
Like
He
AD's
does.
a
No,
five.
he's
oh,
He's been
oh,
not.
oh,
Hold
dominating this
on,
year.
chill
hold
out.
I
on,
think it
hold
is
Yeah,
just
on.
that
niggas are
he
nasty.
He
played
literally.
power
It's
forward for
Like
so
crazy.
long.
It's
He play,
crazy.
Bro, there's no way y'all niggas
Stop
just stop
muting
I
this
know,
me.
I know, but it
conversation.
just feels like a little
Come
bit
on.
like
It's
AD's a
Well,
wrong. Like,
five.
and
he
I
just
don't
I
know.
think
lied.
I
I
think
ain't
the
even
thing
doubt
that
it.
Okay.
the real thing with this though is that, and I know this is going to frustrate people. I know this is going to frustrate people. I know when as soon as I say it's going to frustrate people. Jokic,
Gonna take
you
the ball.
cannot find a single matchup that Jokic looks at and said that I'm just going to eat today and I'm going to get like crazy box score number. Just not how he thinks. That's never been how he's thought. And again, it to his detriment in games like this, that plays itself out. But again, if you're getting in a playoff situation with Jokic, Jokic is trying to win. Therefore, the numbers will accumulate. But again, Jokic has one game this season where he scored 8 points and had 18 rebounds and 15 assists. Like if he can have one of those games, then he'll do that. But
Bro,
today,
you
like I
shouldn't
said,
think that's okay, bro. Back-to-back MVP,
that
that's not okay. You
that's
talking like it's
that's
okay, bro.
fine because usually it works out for him. That's the issue. He wins with those stat lines. That's what I'm saying. But the issue is today that momentum changed because you can't name a time this year. This is the last time he played a quote unquote bad game was the 19-8 game versus the Mavs.
Well, I don't think today was bad
Well,
though.
I
I
would say
don't.
it's
I don't
bad.
think
I
he had
would
a
say it's
bad game.
bad because you were a plus 18 at half and you ended the game a -1.
-1, yeah, bro.
So that's what I mean. That's
Let
a
me
bad
let
And
me
game.
he didn't
And
take
also
two
he
let
didn't
two
me
take
let me
his
points in
first
the
shot of the
fourth quarter
fourth
with two
quarter.
shots, more turnovers
Yeah,
than
Mm-hmm.
uh
Yeah.
and he
I
didn't
don't
take
know
his
if I
point.
first
call
shot
that
the
Come
fourth
bad.
on.
Like,
quarter until
wait,
like there was a
I
Stop.
minute
wanna
and
I wanna I
51
wanna
seconds
say
left.
I wanna say this real quick because I
Quentin
think even the
Grimes such
way
a
I think even the
baller,
way that you
man.
just framed that talking point is kind of like it's kind of conducive to like potentially the problem with Jokic
So nerdy,
in
bro.
terms of
So
offensively.
fucking nerdy,
Like
bro.
the way that you just framed it, like Jokic doesn't look at games where
Oh my
this is where
god.
he can
What
like
is wrong with
score
him?
or put up like big numbers or
There's
whatever.
no way this
Wait,
guy.
wait, low. What are you saying, low?
What
I
the?
gotta remove.
yo, that's a crazy shot.
It was after.
Um, like I think the part of the problem is like even how you phrase things. Like when you sit there and say that Jokic doesn't look at games in which like I can just put up big numbers and just do crazy stat line things. It's not even really about the stat line. It's the fact that he's just not aggressive.
What
Like there's
like
certain
today or
aspects
overall?
Overall,
like
bro, like y'all trying to
over
make it about
overall,
Yeah,
but
today.
like
I don't think that's
today
a good
is the
assessment
Not
though to say
swiper. That's
overall.
what it
but
is,
no
though.
but today
Bro, he's a big
but
Steve Nash,
today
bro. Come on,
No,
bro.
stop.
but
Wait,
today
Stop
is
talking
who's
about
today
it.
is
talking?
nah
Who's
I
that
don't know about
talking?
that.
That's
It's
Chicago.
Chicago,
Bro.
bro.
That's
I
It's
don't I don't know
Chicago.
if
That's
he I don't know if he's a
Chicago.
big Steve Nash. But
Yeah, turn the
today
basketball
in,
down,
in,
Chicago.
Chicago.
in today's in today's situation, like I just think that there's times in which where like people are like heavily critical on certain games of like Kobe and Jordan, where I just go back and I rewatch and it's like they had to be aggressive to kind of create things for other players. So even if they're missing their shots, they just had to be aggressive, right? Like there was definitely moments, and you pointed out in today's game where he should have went for a floater, but instead he's like throwing lobs, and it's like, bro, like you just need to be
But like I said,
aggressive.
I think that was a
Wait,
product
Swiper,
of
can I ask a
the
quick
game
question?
script. Go ahead, Ash.
This ain't really
Uh,
about this ain't really
I
about Jokic. More so just about the rest of the team. How did you like Jamal and Bones today? I
Well,
thought because I really thought those two played a big part in why the
no,
momentum
they
shifted.
collapsed in they collapsed in the third quarter. Part of the reason the game
Especially
turned was the end of that third quarter. Bruce Brown had that three on the heave for whatever reason. Bones was just absolutely selling, couldn't hit anything, and playing bad defense. Jamal was just again turning the ball over like crazy, wasn't protecting the ball at all. But as we all know, at the end of the day, this goes back to your best player, and so the best player. When the moment was cascading, he didn't take over the moment. And again, that's what I'll say, Lo, to disagree with you. Like the last 30 games, Jokic is averaging 27, 12, and 10. He's shooting the ball 16 times a game. So it is not as if he's like not turning it up when he needs to. He has, again, in most of these games. But similarly to the Orlando Magic game, he had 17, 15, and 10 and ended the game with a game winner. Jokic was playing with the same level of veracity that he would have played versus the Magic. And that's my thing. That's my problem with how he played today. It's that he went into this game saying that we're just going to dominate playing good team basketball like we did in the first half. But once you stop making shots, which is what happened, once you stop having Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal and all these other players do what they're supposed to do, then you have to be able to take over the game to a degree, which Embiid was hitting mid-ranges too. So I want to also clear this up. Like Embiid made maybe like 9 of his 13 mid-range shots today, which for Embiid is an extremely high volume. Like,
Fucking
yeah, he
sick,
doesn't make mid-range shots at that level. So Embiid, once he started cooking and he went 4-7 from 3, he shot the ball 31 times today. So whenever you're
nigga really turned into Durant,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, but
Boy, I
but
wanna.
Swipe, I will say, like, I
Well,
think a lot of it was like it wasn't like, I think especially in like the second half, he was getting like nothing but good shots, like a good mid range shooter. He's walking in, because you guys are high hedging, of course. You're trying to like get the ball out of Harden,
Yeah, he
get
was
his
walking
camp.
into great shots, nigga.
That's what
And
I'm
Not
saying.
look,
Like, I
happening.
think
Swipe,
Embiid was getting a
It's
good volume
because
of
that nigga
shots.
Jokic was playing drop, and
and
this
we're
nigga
not in
just
facts and
needed
stats, yeah.
to step
So
up.
we can have this conversation here, and like hold them accountable. The defense, yeah.
in the second
oh
half, yeah, for sure.
In the
before we
second
get into
It
half,
that,
was
the
bad.
defense,
before
But
we get in there, because I wanna
He
I
was
wanna hear
bad,
J
that's
Will
bro.
as
low
well. I
key
wanna hear
why I
J Will
said.
as
That's what
well.
low key said. Like
Let me
Because
see.
that
Let me see what
there was
everything was today.
there were some things that Doc obviously saw.
nah, don't go look at
There
numbers.
was
You
there was
watch the
obviously
game,
some
my
things that
nigga.
Doc saw in the defensive
You
alignment
saw
Yeah,
that
he
he
about
went
to
on
he about to
ahead and
bring up
made the
his plus
changes
minus.
for.
I don't want to hear
He
that
went
shit.
on ahead and made
No,
the
we
nah,
already
changes.
talked about plus minus.
Yeah,
Yep.
he
Or
we
his
talked
on
about
off
plus
numbers.
minus,
I'm not about to hear that
but
shit,
nah,
Swipe.
but
Come
nah.
on,
Look,
bro.
look,
He was
look.
bad on defense, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, before
Right,
he
but talk
wasn't
about the
Well,
good,
game.
and
I
then in the
feel like
what's
fourth
he
on
quarter,
off?
playing.
What
like
does on off have to do with the rim? I don't understand, or the
What are you
defense.
what are you what are you talking about the rim for?
Well, no, I'm saying like 'cause the defense was bad. The Nuggets had a
He
one.
was getting killed on
Yeah, they
pull-ups.
no,
it was bad.
Swiper
The defense was bad across the board tonight.
don't go look at any numbers. Like you watched the game. Like the game told you everything you needed to
Well,
know.
but
You
hold
don't
on,
need numbers to
but
back
I
this
know,
up.
but I'm saying is like is if you're saying that like down the stretch, Jokic in particular was like bad on defense. Yeah, sure. I mean, no, both teams gave up over a 125
What do
offensive
you
rating
mean?
together.
Yeah, sure, my nigga.
No,
That's
no,
just
no,
part
no,
of
no, Wes.
man.
No, there is.
It's
Fuck
more like
out of
yeah,
here. That's way
absolutely.
too
No,
casual.
Wes.
And
I'm not saying
like
yes.
I
I'm
go
not
hard for
saying yes.
Jokic.
Yeah, sure. It's in dismissing. I'm saying I agree with you, like 1,000% on the pick and roll to start that third quarter. Jokic was out of position multiple times. He was relying on a kick ball a lot today. James Harden also had 17 and 13, and he had 0 turnovers. So both Embiid and James Harden were taking care of business in that
These
pick and
niggas
roll game
refuse
today.
to
Yeah, they
hedge.
were going off. Both of them
Yeah,
was going off.
fucking terrorized his
No,
ass.
Yo, J Will, J Will. Let me hear from J Will.
James Harden was making ridiculous look passes.
Yeah, I just think that the players outside of Embiid didn't really do much in the first half. They showed up in the second half, so that was huge. And I think to piggyback off what you said about like what the greats do, when a game forms into its own, you have to switch up. And like, I don't know, it sounds like Swiper, you saying like it's a decision he decided to make to like keep playing a certain way. And I don't know if it's a decision, man. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if it's that, because the reason why I've been waiting to see the assassin mind of a basketball player, I don't really see it sometimes from him because he's
That
too
doesn't make any
passive.
sense, though, Jay. Will, I'm
So
not going to lie to you. Because in playoff
yeah,
situations,
because
he's
he's
executed at a high level, and both in the regular season, we've seen him do it too. So I'm saying, like, at what other point in time in the season, even this year, have you seen him do that? We're down the stretch, like he's not like coming up and performing. Because that wouldn't make any sense to me. Is what I'm saying.
okay. So when they made the adjustment with Tucker on him, then Embiid as a helper.
That was a great decision by
They're
Doc.
taking their most athletic. Let me finish, bro. They're taking their most athletic 7-footer on the floor. Because I told you the last time we saw Jokic against 7-footers that are athletic is AD and Dwight. That personnel has not really been there. So they take him off the ball and they make him roam. Then they put Tucker to be a pest from the full court, from half court every single time he's on the ball. So now he's hounding space every single time with the athletic big coming over. Now, the passive mentality has to go because he can get in the LaMelo area, the mid post area, shoot over top, get those jumpers going. So to be staying in a passive mindset means you're not going to the assassin mindset to say, I'm about to be a scorer. So I'm saying when you bring up other games or other issues, the personnel matters. When I saw Jokic flip that switch versus the personnel
No,
today
well, Jay,
flipping
well, the
that
reason
switch,
that's wrong because
it's a
he did this
difference.
versus Boston. He just had 30, 12, and 12 versus Al Horford and Robert Williams, and he had a shot at 91% true shooting and murdered them as a scorer.
I don't think they have that
They have a
personnel.
better
But they
defensive
don't
personnel than
pose the
Embiid does.
same
No, but they
problem.
have a better defensive personnel than the 76ers
Who
do.
has the personnel, J.
That's
Will?
what I don't understand. They have a better defensive personnel than the 76ers do.
Who has the personnel, J. Will?
Well,
Because Al
how
Horford and Robert Williams are a better
he can't? Al Horford can't do what Tucker
No,
can
the,
but
do.
you're
RJ,
missing. They don't pose the same. Al Horford's not guarding you at half court, bro.
He's not.
It
He's not.
poses
He
a
can't do
different
what
He
Tucker
problem.
ain't got
did.
the
He
feet.
He
cannot
can't eat
Al
hound
ain't
up.
got
He
the
space.
can't eat
feet,
up
bro.
space.
no, but
In his
Hold on,
but
hold on,
opinion,
hold on,
you're
hold on, hold
saying
on. Wait,
pose
hold
the
on,
Embiid
wait, hold on,
same.
wait.
being picked up.
Hold on,
All
hold on,
right,
hold on.
all right.
Listen, wait. One thing about Jokic that makes him special is that his handle, the way he can be able to dribble and get where he wants on the court. Tucker creating that cut off space is valuable. Nobody on the net on the Celtics could literally do that. And then Robert Williams is
Respect.
not
Nah,
Embiid
let me get
No,
back to
size.
that was the
He doesn't
first
have
time
his
they've seen
mass.
That was the first time
He
they've
doesn't
seen that this year.
listen, bro. Robert Williams does not have his mass and strength of an Embiid with the height. He does not have it.
Facts.
That is different from what Jokic sees, bro. Let's be
No, but hold
real
on.
here.
But time out. J. Will, the reason I'm saying you're capping about the Embiid part is that, yeah, if you're saying that like it's because of the PJ Tucker adjustment, then I get that. Because Rudy Gobert, they used to do that with Rudy and what's the name? Not Royce.
Royce.
No, the other dude. Favors. Derek Favors. That's exactly what they used to do with Utah. And so that was the first time they've seen that in a while. And again, to your point, J. Will, this is the first time all year where a team started picking up Jokic like at full court. Because that would
Gobert doesn't have the agility to
no,
move
no,
like
but
Embiid when he's
But listen
roaming.
to what I'm saying though. Like I get that, but the fact of the matter is,
Nigga, you sure
them
about that?
scoring,
No, he don't.
wasn't an issue though. Like that's what I'm saying. That the Sixers had a 125 defensive rating today. Like it wasn't as if that was the main issue. The issue was Jokic when he would get at that high elbow. He was making the decision that I'm going to overpass. There was a point in time Jokic got an offensive rebound. He was 4 feet away from the basket. Instead of just turning and doing a simple floater that he's done all year, Jokic was so far in this pass-heavy head, he threw the ball across the court to Bones Highland, who took a bad three with time on the clock, and it clanked, and then Embiid came back down and scored. So that's what I mean. Embiid started.
So you saying if this situation arrived again, we'll see a different Jokic?
Expect this from Jokic?
No. You
I
said
think what he's
basically
trying
everything
to
you're
say
saying is if this happened to Jokic again, you will see we will see
Of
a
course,
different
yeah,
Jokic. That's what you
1,000%.
basically
No,
saying.
no one ever
Okay,
does anything to Jokic twice.
all
Yeah,
right.
no one does
yeah,
anything
but
to
I
Jokic
mean,
twice.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty clear tonight. You know, even with like all the trolls, PJ had some good plays, but that nigga Jokic, he wasn't being aggressive, bro. Like we can just keep it a buck.
Yeah, at
You know?
all. It was terrible.
I might be off base here, but I think another one of the issues with Jokic at times tonight was a night where I felt like he needed to be able to just speed up his offense. And when he really couldn't do it, I don't think he can play fast at times. Like he can't. I won't say he can't, but
I mean, he's like the
he
fastest big in the
struggles to
league.
play
Yeah,
fast
I don't
enough
understand what that
sometimes.
No,
means,
I
Wes. Yeah,
disagree.
he's
Struggles
the
to.
best off ball
I
big
think
in the league though. Just
No, I disagree with that. I think he's a super fast guy. Like you kind of saw in the first
yeah, they
half,
were destroying
like
them, just
how
cutting off ball.
his pace was absolutely killing them with his
No,
early
no, no,
steals,
no.
how
That's
fast he
not what
runs
I'm
down the
saying.
court. What are
I'm
you saying?
saying like okay, let me
He talking about
you
getting
know
to that
clarify.
bag.
No, I'm in the half court.
Yeah, what are you
And
saying?
when I'm getting
Are
to it in
you
the
saying you
half
want him to
court,
get to his moves
Nah,
quicker?
I'm trying to
Let him
say it.
cook.
In the half court when he has to initiate his own offense, not orchestrating the offense for the entire team. When it's you need a bucket, and in the half court, I
That
think
Wes, that's
sometimes
crazy, Wes.
tonight he struggled to play. You said what?
Yeah,
Nah, that ain't true, nigga.
So
that's
you want him
crazy,
to get to
Wes.
his moves quicker?
How's that
I
Because
said to
Wes,
crazy?
get to his
he's
bag.
no. First off, Chicago. Again, I can tell you don't watch Jokic at all. He literally has been the best isolation on a point per possession big in the NBA this year. So that's not the
That
no.
doesn't speak
But
to
Wes,
how quickly
no,
he
Wes,
has to
listen,
play.
but listen
Swipe.
to me, bro. I'm saying that why the reason I'm so critical, why I said it's a bad game, like Eli said, he didn't have he had a bad game across the board. It was terrible. He got outplayed, especially in the second half. One of the reasons is Jokic not only
That
was
was
not
Ash. All black men are not the same.
he was not playing aggressive, and also he wasn't even getting into his own stuff at a high level. When Tobias Harris was on him, he didn't even take advantage immediately. He let Tobias get settled on defense, and then he eventually tried to make something happen with his passing. When he was on PJ Tucker, instead of moving and getting to his spot quickly, he was trying to play too much chess. At some point in time,
Is that not what he was just speaking to? So why you telling
no,
people
that's
you
this
saying
game,
they don't
one
watch the
game. No,
game if that's what he just
Chicago.
got
That's
through
one
saying?
I
game.
mean,
That's one game.
thank you,
What
No,
you
Chicago.
Wes,
talking about?
it's one game. That's
Bro,
why I'm
we
saying
all
that.
watch basketball in here. Nobody is getting on spaces because they casually watch Jokic, bro. We all seen him.
I
Chicago,
don't know
The
you
about
just
second
you.
he
Nah,
said
I
there,
don't know
there,
about
there are
you.
aggressive
definitely
play, I
people
knew exactly what he was
that are
talking about, bro.
casual.
I don't know about you, nigga. I ain't touching on this.
But now, like one thing I didn't like, and I guess you guys really spoke to it to the aggressive point. Like he didn't take his first shot in the fourth quarter until there was like a minute and 51 seconds left.
Right.
And at that point in time, Philly had already started avalanching offensively. Like Tobias, Georges Niang, Joel Embiid, James Harden, Tyrese Maxey. Everybody, like they were just avalanching them with buckets and free throws. So like to me,
That's a bias still was crazy.
yeah, nah, for real. But like I
Did y'all just see that
I
Claxton
don't know,
block?
man. I just like
The one on
like at
quickly.
that point in time, like in the fourth quarter,
Crazy, bro.
he should have been doing a little bit more to try to up his offensive game. I get what you were saying about him wanting it being a detriment to him for him wanting to get others involved and whatnot, but like because the way Embiid was cooking, and with their star.
Did Mike go out? Phoenix, your mic went out.
Nah,
Mike,
his mic cut off. His mic cut off.
I'm bad.
No,
Nah,
no,
We
nah,
can hear
I
you.
just got a phone.
We can hear you,
I just got a
Phoenix.
phone call.
That's
But
the
Nah,
way your
yeah,
how
highlight
do the
bleeding.
but
Knicks?
nah, like
How do the
I just
Knicks
think
do this every
I
year?
just think that like because their
This nigga
star
does this in every
was
series.
cooking the way that he was, it was time for, like you said, it's time for Jokic to go ahead and flip that switch and say, okay, since Embiid is doing this, he's getting off everything that he wants to, and on top of which, I ain't gonna say he was hunting Nikola Jokic every time he got the ball in the low post in order to hit them step back fadeaways and whatnot, but it kind of seems like when he knew he had that matchup.
How exactly did he hit?
Like he knew he was gonna take them shots when he seen that he had that Jokic matchup. So like,
Did you watch the
yeah, I
game?
watched the game.
In
nigga
the second
lying.
half, he was not isolating from the post.
I mean, I think he had seven mid range in the second half and 2 3-pointers. So like, yeah,
Like
Embiid was
most
just
of
going
it was
off.
from most of it
Nigga,
was from the
nigga,
top of
who's
the
getting
key.
that shot at a pick and roll?
Yeah, like what are you talking about?
I never said he was isolating,
But
but go
there
off.
was a couple plays where he got a little bit of ice.
I mean,
That
the
reverse
the
space
real
dunk
takeaway
was
there, because I don't
actually
want to distract from the fact that like this is not even about like Jokic. This was about Embiid taking something. Like Embiid took the game from the Nuggets today.
Yeah, like took his ass.
Yeah,
nah,
that
Swiper. You know damn well
His ass.
them Under
Bro,
Armour
you
boys
niggas are
love cooking
so
Joker.
gay,
you say what,
bro.
KB?
Let's get. I
The
said them
fuck?
Under Armour boys. They love cooking
Anyway,
Joker,
yeah,
man. That's
just
all
whole
I know.
narrative nonsense.
That's all I
So
know.
I think
That's all I know.
That little light
Facts.
skinned bitch ain't cooked the first
Came
series.
out, and we'll tell that dude to make the playoffs. Embiid came out, and he came out
Yeah,
had
punk ass
47,
nigga.
18, and 5. Like I said,
Who is he
he's
talking
talking
about?
about Curry. He's talking
Some
about Curry.
some nigga that wear
There's no way
30.
you're
He
talking
a
about
hoe.
Curry
He
Yeah,
a
didn't
he's
make
hoe.
the
talking about
playoffs and
Curry
Making
came
the
out
and
the
playoffs and
he's
he
champion.
has
not
He a
playing.
4
hoe. He a
rings.
hoe.
Like what are you
Curry
talking about,
Curry
dude?
I said
separation.
UA. I said
Curry
Under
se-
Armour. They're
See,
both
Curry
you're
Under Armour.
distracting
separation
from
from
the
the
actual game.
Oklahoma City Thunder, bitch.
I'm just saying.
And we see y'all next game, bitch.
Go ahead, Swiper. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
KB just doesn't have an actual basketball point to make. He only wants to bring up Curry. So I think this goes back to it, bro. Is the fact of the matter is Embiid did what he was supposed to do. So like, I don't like when people like turn away and say like, well, no, this player didn't do this player didn't do that. No, Embiid did what he was supposed to do. He won the game, and Embiid had his second best performance of the year by my standards. That Utah Jazz game where 59, whatever, with 4
Nah, I
blocks.
think this was his
No,
best game of the year.
that Utah game was unbelievable. It was just
No,
him.
no, that was
It was
Jet,
just
but
him.
that was on like Kelly
Well,
Olynyk, bro. Like I
this is his
like,
biggest statement game. Yeah, you could say this is his biggest statement game for
yeah,
sure.
that's what I mean. I think when you weigh in everything, I think this was probably his best game. Like not just the
This might be
MVP
his
talk.
best
Like
game of the
he
last
went
3
up.
years. Also.
That's what I'm saying. He just went up against what the team that's been playing the best basketball for the last 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like one of the best road teams in the league. So they,
Mm-hmm.
they show up for road games. You know, like Nuggets are really good on the road. You know,
Well, relative to the
I
Western
thought this was a
Conference, yeah.
great win for him. Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
good win
so
for
like I
them.
said, there is no other way to talk about the story. It's Embiid. He could have easily folded. He was down 15 points. He took 31 shots, and he said that, look, I'm gonna carry my team to a dub. Now, what I will say, the only thing I will push back against is this whole idea, like even people in the Denver Nuggets media saying, well, this just destroyed the MVP stuff. I said, dog, if you're swayed by one game, then we already have the wrong idea going into an MVP conversation. I think the facts is that Embiid was already in the conversation, should have been in the conversation for everybody. But again, there's so many games that are coming up. They play again in March, and so we'll have to see, by that point in time, if Jokic just decides next time to be like, look, bro, like way too passive, 12 shots isn't enough. I mean, in this game, you need to take 20 shots. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you take 20 shots, the game looks different.
We ain't getting no 7-game series out of this, but it would be great.
You say you're not getting a 7-game series out of this?
Nah, we not getting a 7-game
Yeah,
series.
Jokic would never make the finals.
Well, I don't think neither one of these niggas making it.
AJ,
Well,
you're
I
a
don't think. I
Memphis
don't think.
Grizzly
Well,
fan, AJ.
well, I don't think a Thunder. I don't think a Thunder fan should
Bitch,
be
you're a
talking about
Rockets
what
fan.
goes on at
Stop
the top.
talking to me.
So
Stop
I
talking
don't know
to
why a
me.
Thunder fan is
The
talking
mid
about
franchise.
playoff
Oh yeah,
Nigga,
he's
matchups.
holding
Ash,
out the
Ash,
SGA for
you're
dear
really a
life.
Bulls fan.
Yeah.
Shut
So
up,
also
man.
the
You like the
Okay,
Nugget
Bulls.
what we're not
the
gonna
Nugget
do
shot.
is
You
talk
like the
about
Bulls, nigga. Shut the
what
fuck up. You're a
we're not.
Bulls
Wait,
What
fan
we're
hold
like
on. Did a
not.
Walter
Bulls
and
fan just say
Levine,
something?
nigga.
Y'all stop muting people, bro.
What
Get
we're
cooked,
not
Ash.
gonna.
Get cooked,
No,
Ash.
don't
Get
unmute
cooked,
them.
Ash.
What we're not gonna
Nope. Get
do
cooked,
is
Ash.
talk
Bulls
about that
fans
Bitch, you're
Walter
talking
a
and
about
series.
Rockets
Levine, my
fan.
OKC.
You're
nigga.
a Rockets
Bulls
fan.
fans
Oh
talking
You're a
about
Rockets
no!
OKC.
fan.
Alex Caruso,
Please
bro.
stop.
Tripping,
How
Jalen
is
Green.
tripping.
Talking about.
How exactly is Swiper talking about making a finals with the OKC Thunder when they've done it
Wait,
before?
who said that?
The
Who brought
Nuggets
that
have in
up?
the last
Who
30
brought that
years.
up?
You did. You
What did I
literally did.
say?
You literally just did.
You
You're the
literally
god
just
of
said you're an
backtracking. You
OKC
literally
fan
just
when they
did.
made the finals before y'all
Who?
did.
I said
So
no. I
you're
said
some
he's a
racist
Memphis
fan.
fan. AJ is a Memphis
You
fan.
just backtrack. No,
I'm a
no, no,
No,
Thunder
I
no.
don't want to
fan.
hear
Okay,
it.
Look,
No,
man.
AJ's a Memphis fan.
Swiper did
Stop.
not
Nigga
bring up
is
no,
OKC.
no, but
backpedaling like shit, nigga.
I was lying. I do think the Nuggets probably gonna make the finals, but like
That's
that's
cap.
more due to this weak
That's
ass
super
That's a,
duper
schedule.
that's
cap.
that's a that's a Lakers
How?
fan down there. Don't listen to him.
That's super duper
Ain't
cap.
nobody good in this conference. Ain't nobody good in this conference, nigga. Fuck.
Anyway,
Including your Thunder. Did I
did that
cook?
surmise it? Jokic had a
Did
No,
I
bad
cook?
no,
game.
bitch,
Embiid had a
no,
great
bitch,
game.
no,
Harden had a great
no.
game.
Yo,
Hey,
the only thing
Stop making me
I'm
lie.
hey,
still I mean I'm not
I
Eli
can get
Swipe, but
some.
the only thing that
With
I'm
my
going to continue to push
pizza.
back on, because even I'm watching
Okay.
some of the shot selections in on the Celtics game and even some of the assists that he got. Bro, the nigga was aggressive against Tatum. He was aggressive against Grant Williams. He was aggressive against um some smaller defenders, especially in pick and rolls. But on Al Horford, no, he was not. From what I see,
Look at
of
the game
course, this
log.
was
Look
the
at the
whole
game
game.
log, and you can see how he shot versus them.
I think all his misses came against
Yeah, all right,
smaller
what
defenders.
one miss?
I think both of the misses in the
So
first
two
quarter.
misses in the entire game. I think it's what he had, by the way.
Yeah, I get that, but if
All right,
like the
get
point I'm
cooked
making
low.
though is
Get
that
cooked.
no, he's
Yeah,
not
cook
cooking.
him.
Low
Swiper,
literally
cook him.
Yeah,
spoke on
cook
that
his
shit when
ass.
you
uh,
came
He
up.
did cook
You
you. He
wasn't
did
here,
cook
bro.
you.
He already
you're not
spoke on
He
okay.
that
had
You're not
two
shit.
you're not
misses,
you're
and
not
Lowe's
you're
like, well,
not
what about
listening.
Al Horford?
Bro, Low already spoke on that.
Low
You're not
getting sunned on
listening.
his own
His
space.
own
Oh,
space.
Y'all
Again,
not
again,
listening,
oh.
bro.
again. You're not listening.
How did
It
he?
had nothing to do with misses. It was talking about how he was aggressive against certain players and not others. So yes,
I
when it
don't
was
think he's afraid of
Tatum,
Rob Roy, by the way, but keep cooking.
Bro, oh my
I didn't
god.
say
Let me
afraid.
ISO this
I
nigga, bro.
didn't even say Rob
AD
Williams
definitely is on that
either.
list, Chicago, by the way.
What list?
I didn't say Rob Williams either.
What?
I specifically said smaller guards. It was a time where he was aggressive against
Sure,
Smart.
sure.
I
AD on what
80 on what
list?
list,
The
bro?
list of
uh,
players better than
he was a
Jokic?
bit he was a
Yes, for
bit
sure.
aggressive
People
on
he's not
every.
afraid of.
Wasn't he 8 of 10
That's
of
what he
AD
said.
versus in the beginning? Never mind. That's what I'm saying. Chicago, just stay out the conversation, bro.
Nah,
Hey,
never mind, cause you
Swiper,
would get cooked.
that nigga Jokic is 0-1 on that headline matchup that you
Oh, and
brought
one
up.
on a headline matchup. What
Why you get it already?
The rivalry stuff
R-
because he played the Bucks, he played 76ers,
rivalry?
and he's gonna play.
Oh, you talking about that? Yeah, man. Well, he didn't play, so yeah, he lost. He lost the only game he played in. Then they got the Warriors next Thursday or whatever.
Yeah, so good luck, buddy.
Luck versus the
Good
Warriors.
luck.
Never mind.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Jokic is about to fucking pound them.
Wait, Lonzo's
Oh
not
wow,
coming
And
pause.
so
back
is
this
Steph.
year?
Bro, I'm sick of you niggas with this
Wait,
Nigga, are
shit.
you
what?
Yeah.
surprised?
Go
Nigga
get
said
some
pounded
pussy,
for no
bro.
reason.
Please, please.
How you
Run
just
those
Lonzo's
seeing
not
this?
coming
vaginas,
back?
nigga.
Oh damn, that's
Damn.
unfortunate.
I'm just finding out about this, but I'm not surprised at all.
Lonzo's not coming back?
No,
Oh.
Y'all are
Why did
surprised?
Eli
I was
randomly
about to
put
say,
Chris
why are
Jones
y'all niggas
props in his
surprised?
face? I
Bro,
don't know
what?
why he did that.
Wait,
No.
yo, Lo, what were you saying
because he
about that
should be
nigga? What were you
DPOY.
saying about Jokic and shit?
He don't feel
Because he should
No.
be
comfortable.
DPOI.
That's my
I
hot
want
take. That's my hot take.
Swiper to tell me games.
No.
I want Swiper to show me games where, and again, I'm not saying that he
Bro,
doesn't
Chris
exist,
Jones literally had the average Aaron
but
Donald
but
season. Aaron Donald is always held as the DPOY. Like,
I just cannot stand Eli when people are talking and he just cuts people off. Like I don't know if the nigga.
But why
I
is
just
Lonzo
don't.
not coming
I just
back?
don't. I just
Why?
don't.
Cause he can't jump right, nigga.
Bro, nigga, are
Um.
you dead ass
Ooh.
whining about Lonzo Ball, bro?
Yeah, I know he is. Yo, Swiper, if you can see me games where the nigga was like just overtly aggressive and like he was like actively
It
trying to
doesn't
like
exist.
get, get his shots off,
Does anybody
and
on Zach Levine?
not against
Nobody.
like Montrezl Harrell defenders.
It
I'm
Alex
doesn't.
not talking
Hey,
about
hey,
that.
Caruso.
low. It does not exist,
I'm
bro.
not talking about that.
Anybody want Caruso?
Because in
Levine?
that second half, undeniably,
Man,
and I do mean undeniably, Jokic could have just gotten off, and I don't
who
think they would have seen that
cares?
much
Who
double on him.
cares, bro? The Bulls
And
is over.
ironically enough, in
Who
the VC, we were
cares, Lo?
literally
Shut
talking
up.
about that. Oh my god,
My Bulls are.
Jesus Christ! Ironically enough, we were talking about that in a situation where in the playoffs, I just don't know like if Jokic is going to. He has the talent and the ability. I don't think anybody's doubting that. Is he going to stay aggressive throughout an entire series to where it may make up the lack of playmaking if they don't defend him a certain type of way? And I'm not saying he won't do it. It's just that there have been a lot of times where he's just not aggressive enough, and that's kind of concerning. I think it's more than
Hey,
concerning.
look,
Actually, I think it's
cause
actually a
look,
good
I
thing.
know somebody just like Swiper, bro, and I think the thing is with y'all, bro, and no disrespect at all, cause I feel like obviously you like analytics and you know your numbers and stuff, and you like to pull from
When
that.
niggas say no
You like to pull
respect,
from
they
that.
don't just.
Hey,
Who you
chill,
talking
nah,
to?
for real. Swiper, we're not talking to you, but I'm just speaking in general.
You.
I'm saying I know somebody who kinda you be speaking the same type when it come to Jokic as you. And the thing that I think y'all miss, bro,
Jokic.
whatever, bro. The thing that I think y'all missed is you kind of said it yourself when somebody was saying this his best game, and you was like, nah, this not his best game for Embiid. My fault. This not his best game, but it's his best statement game. I don't think you put enough stock into matchup and also not only matchup, but you was applauding the switches that Philly made, bro. That's playoff basketball. Half court switching, game planning,
Embiid having a
Imano,
47 and
Imano.
18 game in the playoff. It's a playoff game.
No, 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 no. The fact that he saw who was across from him lined up at his position and did what he had to do to pull out the win, and
No,
the fact
this
that,
is Embiid was looking forward to a regular season one-on-one matchup for months,
bro, we
literally for
ain't
months.
never seen Nikola do that. And that's the
Do
same
what?
point Lowe
No,
just
do
brought
what?
up. Lowe said, bro,
No,
find me
now
the
That's
that,
what I
now
game.
mean.
that,
That's what
He
I
now
said,
mean.
that
That's
I
what I
find me
can
the
mean. Y'all don't know what
agree.
you're
game,
talking
bro.
about.
That
He said, find me the
no,
game.
that is wrong. That's
Bro, he
wrong.
said,
You're
find
Jokic
me
gassing.
the
I
definitely
think
game.
overcame
Lo,
Jokic.
I think he means like being aggressive
It's a
towards like a
KB,
head-to-head
it's a catch
matchup.
22 with him.
That
Why? Because not
I
only
think
is he not gonna be
I think
Nah,
that's what
aggressive
he
because
means.
I saw this nigga Jokic on AD last year.
last year. We're
He
not
averaged
talking about
36
last
and
year,
last
bro.
15 versus AD, by the way.
last year
We're not
last year
talking
he
about last year,
embarrassed
bro.
AD got embarrassed by basically half
Yeah,
of
we're
the
talking
team.
about a better version of
We're
Jokic,
not
bro.
talking about
So
last year, bro. The
Even
point
this
is,
year,
Oh,
40,
okay. Well, we're
it's a
talking
41,
about
catch.
this
15, and
year.
15, 40, 27, and 10. What are you talking about? What do you mean?
I'm gonna let you get off, bro.
No, I'm
It's a
saying,
catch,
no, you said he can't do it. I'm saying, what have you
bro.
been watching to say he can't do it?
Bro, what have you been watching? What in any situation
he's
like
just
today or
I
playoffs
feel like he carried
with a
no
player
offensive
who's
load
gonna be at his
and didn't
position
even
of a
hit
big
like 90.
man, does he take the challenge of not being passive and putting the team on his back, not just being
What?
satisfied with passing the ball or assist or trying
Narratives
to
are
be
No,
crazy.
I'm
efficient?
not saying that. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying because
Didn't
I've seen
he?
Jokic
then
do
some
that.
niggas just
What I'm saying is when they're in a situation where they are clearly there because the second half in this game they were very clearly okay with the concept that Jokic was just going to be a scorer, and I think that there's times in which he picks to be aggressive, and some of which is appropriate, right? So that game a few nights ago, or maybe a week or two ago, when he had against the Minnesota Timberwolves, nigga was straight cooking, but it was because he was a good portion of those numbers that he was cooking on. It was on smaller defenders. So like and that makes sense. Like that's when you need to be aggressive. But in tonight's game, when like this nigga PJ Tucker's defending you, like yeah, it's easy. Yeah, cook Montrezl Harrell, absolutely, because that's what you need to do. Cook that nigga Montrezl in the first half because that's what if they're gonna play you that way, punish them for playing you that way. If PJ Tucker on you, you have to punish them for playing you that
Agreed.
way. And there was like way too many possessions where he just wasn't doing
So
that.
low, so
That was
low.
a
You
problem.
remember your point before he came in here that you made about the comparison to like young CP3, where the numbers look great, but it's kind of skewed because the lack of aggressiveness is going to make the
Here
efficiency
we
look
go,
real
dog.
high, right? What you mean? I'm
No,
asking bro about something he said.
I still think that's applicable. But to say that he's never done it is
No, no, no.
that's
It's
Even
wrong.
not
doing
that
it
he's
this
not
season.
capable. It's not the capability I'm talking about. The part of being a back-to-back MVP or just a great player in general is knowing when you need to do that. And it's so laughable that we have to explain that because Embiid just did that tonight. That's
But
literally what he
but I'm
did.
saying, but outside of today, when have you seen him not do it? I
No,
guess
no,
I'm
no.
asking.
I'm asking you, when have he done it?
What
Not
do you
against,
wait? What, so the onus is on me to prove somebody who's averaging
bro.
27
Do
and
you know how
12
you
and 8.
sound? Do you know how you sound
No,
since
no,
you've
no.
been in here?
Chicago, listen.
You
Do
should know. You got all the
you're
numbers
saying
right now in your
Chicago?
head.
So you're saying I have to prove to you that someone averaging 27 points a game over the last 3 seasons prove to you when they have been aggressive in a scoring format. So you're saying that I have to go back and recount that to you when you have seen him down the stretch close games in the playoffs as well.
I
I
have to
seen AD
explain
hit
to
a
you.
jumper over him in the playoffs to close him out, send him to bed.
You see what I mean? That's what I'm saying. We're not even
2020.
talking hoops, bro.
2020, baby. Kobe.
I don't know what's going on
Yeah,
right now.
No. So he kept on cutting me off. The
Wrap his
point I
face
was
up.
making
Bro,
when I
why is
asked
this
Lo,
nigga up
when
here?
I was asking Lo, I was gonna say, bro, have you ever seen somebody with that comparison that you did say, even though he capable of having those games, it does still apply to him? Have you ever seen a player of that mold go on to win a championship?
Stop comparing him to CP3. I'm not sure why
Uh,
Lowe brought that
No.
I
up anyway.
I'm not doing it. He
I will,
did
I
it, and
will,
I'm asking
to
him,
be honest,
bro.
to be honest with you,
That was a terrible comparison if Lowe said that.
I would say, ironically enough, I would actually say Dirk. That was probably one of the criticisms with Dirk early in his career, and that he changed pretty drastically by the second half of his career.
That's
Isn't he
so
like
funny.
top?
So
I
Isn't
literally
Jokic
said to
top
somebody the
5 in
other day, I
40-point
could
games
see
this
him
year or
getting a
something?
ring like Dirk, like real late.
yeah, but Swiper, you're talking about 40-point games in like I'm
Are
not
we
saying he's
picking
never
apart
done it. What I'm
40-point games versus competition now? Because I got a list
No,
for you.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that in an environment in which, like, like if I'm guarding you with the individual player, because you're right. I'm not. Let me be clear. I'm not saying I've never seen him do it. I've seen him do it. I'm not saying he can't do it. But what I'm saying is, in certain situations, though, if someone wants to be critical on Jokic or saying that the efficiency numbers look great because of low volume, I also understand that as well. Like it's like part of the reason why what Curry did in 2016 was so amazing wasn't just because of the shooting splits, but it was also because like the volume was just absurd from three, and he was still shooting 45% from three. Like that's a part of
Shit
it as
don't
well.
be like that.
You
That's
know
the
what I'm saying?
music.
Like that is a part of it. And so Jokic, as great as it sounds for somebody to only put up 15 shot attempts and 6 free throw attempts and still score 25
27.
plus, that 27, that's
Bro, it's
great.
still
That's
20.
amazing. I'm
Like,
not
Yeah,
denying
Gus, he
that.
love them little numbers, bro.
Oh no. Well, how there's a
nah,
2-point
bro, come
difference.
on,
I don't
right?
understand that. How?
27 points is low numbers? Like what?
Nigga said 25 plus. Relax,
But I'm
bro.
saying, no, I guess what I'm trying to understand
Well,
for the sake of a
this
scoring.
year,
My
Jokic is
God.
No,
averaging
no, I know,
25.
but I'm
I don't
trying to
know why you say
understand
that.
though, like, because if you're telling me, well, he's averaging 15 shots a game, I think over the last 30, and I'm saying he's averaging 27 since the start of the season when he was way too passive. So what I guess I'm trying to understand is,
I'm talking about the
well,
entire
sure,
year.
but
How are
we
you
all
talking about
know
this?
that he started off too passive this year as a pass, and he was passing too much. I think we all agree on that because everybody was coming back into the lineup with Murray and Porter.
Yeah, no, that's
But
fine.
I
Yeah.
guess what I'm saying is that if we're evaluating like when someone is aggressive or not, I'm saying like we just watched him average 31 versus the Warriors when they had the best defense in the playoffs last year. So I think the thing is when he
And again,
go ahead
Swipe, I'm not
for
saying he
sure.
never does it. What I'm saying is that what I saw from him in the playoffs last year is what I should have saw him in the entire second half when
Yeah,
PJ
sure.
Tucker's
Yeah,
fucking
agreed.
guarding
Yeah,
him. That's all I'm
yeah.
saying.
No, he
That's
should
all
have
I'm
been
saying.
more. He should have shot the ball 25 times today. So fully agree. It was a terrible
Yeah.
game.
Hey,
But
you
credit
kept trying to
PJ
bring up
Tucker as
AD,
well,
but
though,
I'd
because
rather see Jokic than AD in the 7 series. Stop playing.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
that defense is no low. That defense
Yeah, like
is
bro, that's the
slow.
catch-22 I was talking about. Like on the nights he's not gonna be
no,
aggressive.
no,
He also
I got
can't
that,
stop
but
nothing.
I
He
got
I'm
that.
cold,
glad.
bro.
Look, no,
Soon as
no,
it's
wait, no,
I did see
you know
AD.
what I'm glad about, Lo? I'm glad that we are back in the
Yeah.
place where people are now because of a game. One game, by the way. Anthony Davis is a better playoff option than Nikola Jokic. We are back
Oh
at that
man,
place. We are back at that
I don't
place.
think he's a. I don't. You know what's crazy? Swiper. I
I
don't
can't.
think he's a better playoff option. But the thing is
Oh,
just
well,
the
Stephen A.
defense
Smith said
is.
Joel Embiid was a better playoff option before the game started. By the way,
The,
so
the thing is just that nigga's defense is so god awful, bro. It's actually like
the
it's scary
corner.
because like if
I
defenses
mean,
can
but
just
KB, that's
continually like
fine. If
attack
that's
him,
your mentality, then
and
I get with it, I guess. But
I mean,
Swiper, I
you
guarantee
know
you,
what you
bro's
probably
not
get.
going.
You know what you probably get with Nikola Jokic in the playoffs that you probably won't get with Anthony Davis.
That's
Availability.
cap.
Like
You
like
sound
the thing is
stupid.
you don't.
last time they was in the playoffs, how many games
That
did
was the
AD
first
play?
time he ever got hurt in the playoffs since he been going to the
Hold on.
playoffs,
Yo,
bro. Come
Swiper.
on.
So I'm gonna ask that question again. From the last time we saw him in the playoffs, he wasn't available the whole series. He's been available half the season as of lately, and just recently
Don't
came
pivot.
back.
You
Like
said
that
playoffs.
availability
Don't
thing.
pivot. AD
Yeah.
is an
No, I'm not
all-time playoff
pivoting. I'm
performer.
not
Don't
pivoting.
pivot, bro.
well, I would just like to remind
I'm not
everyone, though. I
pivoting. I'm
think
just talking about as of late.
We gotta. Hey, yo, man,
I'm
this
talking
is
about as
fucking
of late.
disgusting.
we're back
Let
on
him
Anthony
cook.
Davis over Jokic again after one game.
Yeah,
Nah, I was just
I
answering
can't.
bro
Yo,
question.
Swiper,
It was just
Swiper. I have a
wrong.
question though. Serious
What up,
question,
KB?
bro. Hold on. Okay. with like how great Jokic is offensively right now, he can like pick apart defenses, like any type of defense, whether it be elite, good to or bad. Don't you find it like a bit scary that teams who have like an elite guard or even like an elite big can basically just do the same thing
Oh,
like
you
Scary.
spitting. You spitting,
offensively
young
to that
man.
nigga?
Embiid again. He
Oh
shot
man.
over 70% of his mid ranges today, and over 40%, 50% from three. So if you're telling me that you're going to
But
get
the
it,
shot
no,
quality
no,
which he was getting
no.
swipe,
But
bro. That's
KB,
the
I
thing though.
understand that. But if you're saying that,
It's a guard that can kill
yeah, no,
Jokic.
there's
It's a certain
Damian Lillard, yes, Steph Curry, John Morant, yeah, for sure.
And De'Aaron
SGA and
Yeah,
Fox.
SGA.
I firmly
I
believe
mean,
De'Aaron Fox because
SGA,
I wouldn't
don't
put
leave him
SGA
out.
there yet. We haven't seen the
Oh,
playoffs
please.
yet. We
I
haven't
put
seen the
SGA
playoff. We
there.
haven't
Why
seen the
not?
playoffs yet. That's all I'm saying. I just think that we can see it easily this year, good, because they can make it over the Lakers. But this is what I'm
We can
saying.
both make it, bro. You ain't gotta pick
I
one, but
think
go ahead.
I think the thing is with Jokic is that I agree with y'all. I guess what I'm again, this is why like even Denver media today when said like, oh man, this just dismantles the MVP conversation. People are so hyper reactive about stuff. I think there's a way to have a really good conversation that Embiid played his best game, maybe of his career today. And we can also say
Okay.
that Embiid has never had a performance like this in the playoffs, and we can clearly point to moments when Jokic has had elite level playoff performances. So we can say both of those things.
That's fine.
Can you
Swiper.
speak
I agree.
directly to what KB
That's
said
fine.
though?
Yeah,
The
his
problem is with
defense his
that.
defense will always be a question, but this is
It's just the problem is with that is the fact that like the shot quality in which he was getting in this game. I understand how like efficient, how great it was in terms of volume and the efficiency, but the shot
but
quality he
but,
was
but
getting
KB,
was
that's so
so
dumb. It's a regular
if
season game, not playing against a playoff
yeah,
level defense.
I know, but it's still concerning if a
No,
nigga
but
is playing
KB,
jobs
how
and
is it?
not playing
But it's a. We
any
all
kind of
know it's a
defense. Like
regular
it's
season game. So again, we already said that Jokic will always
but
have
these are
issues.
problems that you've seen with him in the
KB,
playoffs as
you
well.
asked me a question. Yes, he will always have liabilities in the playoffs defensively because of his body. He will never have the type of footwork or physical ability because of his lack of verticality to play elite level defense unless you're talking about in space with his hands or something like that. Outside of that, physically, he cannot do it. So I agree with that overall consensus. But again, pointing to Embiid's game today, which he has never at any point in time in his career played this well in a playoff game. If you're saying that this is who Embiid is, then you're having a different conversation because this Embiid is the best
I
player in the
don't
league.
think this is who Embiid is, but like the reason why I'm bringing it up, or like even other players for like Dame like 2 years ago, or Steph last year, or even like a Jaw in a series, is that like these guys just put so much pressure on you in terms of just the pick and roll itself that it just causes so much problems for Jokic and then your team defense in general, right? Because you're relying on KCP and Bruce Brown to pretty much just high hedge everything and basically be in control of that entire pick and roll without Jokic barely doing anything. And then you're leaving like Aaron Gordon to MPJ on these like bad help situations where it's just gonna be bad for their offense. And then any offense that you play, even like Memphis, even though they're mid, with Jaws advantage creation, I wouldn't be surprised if they had a very good like not I want to say very good, but like an above average offense against the Nuggets, and they already have a very good defense as well. Same thing with like same thing with like Sacramento, who's very high pace and likes
Well,
to
I
get
guess, but I
like
think the thing, KB, that
like
when I look at this, I agree with you. But I guess what I'm also saying is that we just watched the elite level, quote unquote, 76er defense give up 127 to the Nets with no KD, and they just gave up 119 to the Nuggets, and they went 4 of 17 from three in the second half. So this game turns if the Nuggets make three more of their three pointers, and then the conversation is different. And now the 76ers don't have the defense to be consistent enough, and we all know their offense isn't going to peak out like this in the playoffs either. So I think again, there's always ways
Why
to
not? Why not with
I,
James Harden playing at
I'll
this
be
level?
honest,
I don't think they're. Yeah,
if they
I
stay
don't think.
healthy, I don't think
If
it's gonna
James
be
Harden
like
is
as
playing
high.
at this level, bro, I don't
Yeah,
see
I
why
think that's the
not.
I
issue though.
don't
I don't
think
know
it's
if
gonna
James
be
Harden's
that
going to
high. I
carry it
don't
this
think it's
level,
gonna
or
be that
Embiid, or
crazy
Embiid.
high, but it
I
wouldn't
mean,
be
he's
too
been
crazy to say.
James
We
has been
haven't seen
shown
them
that
See that
do.
he's
nigga,
We haven't
boy?
seen them do it. Is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying,
But
Goods.
the thing is, Swiper, with James Harden being much healthier and a better player now, along with Joel Embiid looking a lot more like healthy as well, I wouldn't be surprised if we seen something like similar. I'm not saying it would be the exact same or even higher, but something similar wouldn't be like too crazy to look at. That's why like I don't know, man. It's like I can't count out Philly because that pick and roll is basically the most unguardable thing in the NBA right now, and you can't do anything about it. Whether you try to double, you try to hedge, you try to play drop, there's too many like negatives to what you're trying to do to stop that pick and roll. That's why Joel Embiid went crazy today because he would play drop, he was cooking the mid range, they hedged. James Harden was making beautiful slip passes to the three, and Joel Embiid was knocking down quality looks. and he would dive as well. Like there were just so many problems defensively for that team to guard a simple not say simple pick and roll, but the two players on it are just elite.
But I
So
guess what
like
I'm
I don't
saying,
know.
though, KB, it's like again, this still is a part of the conversation. I agree with you, but again, the Nuggets offense scored 46 points off missed shots in the second half. So if that even changes right then and there, if they make their shots that they are normally making, then the conversation about the game and the outcome of the game is different. So I think that a lot of this comes down to the Nuggets still defensively down the playoff. We already know they're going to have answer a lot of questions. Their defense has gotten significantly better over the last 2 months. But again, when you're playing against elite level players like you are in James Harden and Embiid, they're going to hit their shots. They're going to win their games. And it took Jokic having one of his 5 worst performances of the season for this to happen in the first place. So this is what I mean. I think it's a collection of both things where Jokic wasn't aggressive enough. Their offense was staled out in the second half. And then the Philadelphia 76ers, who scored 58 points in the first half, they scored like 7 or almost 70 points in the
I
second.
think you're
But
undervaluing.
Joe, but
I think
swipe
you're
when.
undervaling the 76ers defense.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
about,
But
I'm about to
I
say
was just about to say that you're severely undervaluing that.
what was the Sixers defense in the second half, Swipe?
Like in terms of points allowed,
Offensive rating.
let me look.
Putting PJ on
That
Jokic
was a
That
great. That was a
PJ
and
great
switch
making
decision.
Embiid play help side is
that
like
PJ switch
that's big, bro.
to Jokic was I said Jokic to Jokic is it was very vital in that second half.
That was a great
And I
switch.
think the rotations in of itself were just very, very good in that second half as
Yeah,
well.
and it was bad for the Nuggets. Like they also had really bad
Yeah.
rotations in the second half.
Yeah, because they
Low,
saw
bring
like
up
Aaron
Eli.
Gordon just chilling around the rim. Just put
I'm
Embiid on him.
about to back out the space. I
Okay.
just want to hear what Swipe is. What was the defensive rating for the Sixers in the second half?
Mm,
If you need help,
yeah,
I'll give you the
just
answer.
look it up.
It's 100. It was
Yeah,
100.
sure.
So yes, in the first half, sure, but the second half,
What was the Nugget? What was?
I
Yeah,
don't
that's what
know.
I'm saying. That's still it's based off shot luck though. Like that's I can't really put too much stock.
Shot
Yeah,
luck.
because they went
Shot
4 of
luck?
17 from 3, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. They missed wide open 3-pointers in the second half as well.
It is just variance. Not gonna lie.
If you say they missed quality looks, that's fine. But then there was also like instances where Philadelphia's playing actually very good defense, like very, very good defense.
I mean,
Like they
but
weren't
it was just as
allowing.
simple though. This is why I was frustrated. Jokic had 3 easy level floaters that he could have hit instead of just doing that nonsense alley oop stuff that he tried to throw to Aaron Gordon. Like it's just
Yeah,
dumb
he did
stuff
that
like
like
that.
3
Yeah, it's just
times.
dumb stuff like that. Like that's 6 points.
Yo, Lo, can you check what they shot from three in the first half?
I think it was
The
56%.
Nuggets.
They shot crazy in the first half.
And I'll be like, when we were watching the game, did it not feel like as if they were getting a lot of like paint collapse to quality looks from three?
No, they were for
But
sure.
then that switch in the second half that would change a lot of it because it would
But the
allow
76ers also
Jerome in
shot
there, would it not?
50% from 3 in the game overall too. So that's what I mean. Like it's just
I don't think the problem was with Philly. I'll be honest. The problem with Philly, I don't think in the first half wasn't even their offense. They just couldn't get stops on defense. Because you guys would have leads and then they would cut it and then you guys would extend it. The problem was just that they couldn't get any defensive consistency. As soon as they made
Yeah,
that switch,
PJ Tucker and Tobias Harris was
as soon as they
terrible
made that
first
switch in the
half.
second half, like a lot of it
yeah.
changed. Joel Embiid was able to roam. He was able to alter shots. Like there was stretches in the fourth quarter where he was going down, getting buckets, coming back, altering shots, and then scoring again on the other end as well. So like I think you're really severely undervaluing like what they were doing defensively. I'm not saying there wasn't any shooting look involved because obviously
I was about
when
to
you
say
get
I'm
quality.
looking at it right now, bro. I'm in the fourth quarter, and only 2 of them I would consider like wide open quality looks that they just missed. The rest of them are like nice closeouts.
Yeah.
Um, even one of them is the Bones when Bones are trying to create on Maxi. Like they really stagnant. The offense was stagnant.
Yeah.
Almost all these threes were
They
taken
shot 8 of
at
15
the
from
end
3
of
in the
the
second half too. 61%
yeah.
from the field.
A lot of these threes are taken with like 5 seconds left in the shot clock. So um,
Yeah, it was just bad
I'm
process.
okay.
It was just bad process from the Nuggets in the second half for sure.
I'll say three now. And if Michael Porter misses this, 4. So 4 3-pointers where I would argue, yeah, they're wide open and they just missed it. But nah, like for the most part, the offense just slowed down significantly, and then they were just trying to gather things.
But yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I do have to bounce. I do got to bounce.
Y'all appreciate y'all.
Yeah, for sure. All right, thank you for coming out.